So, dudes, what's going on, y'all? How are y'all doing? Well, boys, I got good news and I got bad news. Wait till a couple people come up in here and I'll explain everything. It's probably not that hard to figure out. But yeah, I got good news and bad news. Start with the bad news. The bad news is Lady TwoCents is not feeling well this evening, so she will not be joining me. She's taking a break. She's resting. But the good news is we got an extra day to talk about UFC fights. This whole stream is going to be about the UFC fight card this coming up weekend. Just UFC talk. So yeah, good news and bad news. Bad news is Lady TwoCents will not be joining me. Good news is we can talk UFC fights more. So yeah, we'll give it a few minutes. I'm gonna get good and toked up here. See if a couple people come up in this motherfucker. Shout out to the two people that are joining me. This is just my 2 cents. I will not be joined with my by my better half this evening, unfortunately. But fortunately, we can talk fighting. Nikki fucking elbows. Let's fucking go. Talking fights tonight, Nikki. Smoking weed and talking fights. The wife isn't feeling well, so she can't join me, but it's an extra night to just fucking see what's up with these fights, dude. Dude, this week has been a fucking nightmare. So I haven't had a chance to do a lot of taping. I've been glancing at shit here and there, but I like to kind of look over some of these fights. I'm going to do serious taping tomorrow before I make my picks. But I'll probably do like a normal time, like a 420 stream, most likely for my my thing tomorrow. Are y'all gonna do Talking Hands tomorrow, Nick? Because I'll definitely check that out. But yeah, I'll probably stream the normal time, like 420, maybe 5. But yeah, tomorrow will be my like deep taping day. But I just want to kind of go over some of these fights. Would definitely like to know what you guys are thinking, where y'all are leaning. If you have plays, feel free to drop them in the chat. But I'm going to kind of give you some of my just general thoughts. And yeah, we'll go over the card and we'll just talk fights, man. We can even talk some upcoming fights if y'all want to. But yeah, man, it's just going to be an extra UFC stream, boys. Definitely going to be smoking weed about it. Definitely going to be chilling. And yeah, just talking fights. And like I said, if you're a handicapper out there, feel free to drop your plays. And yeah, we'll just have a fucking ball, boys. Let me pull this card up right quick. And I might even be doing some taping while I'm on the fucking stream here. I got my phone that I can look at the card at, and then I got the iPad that I can look at fights whilst we chit chat. UFC Sketty. Hope y'all are doing good, man. 5 people in the building. Shout out to you guys. Okay, yeah. There's a couple of these that I don't need to tape. I've got my mind made up, and it ain't getting unmade up. There's a couple of them that I've already checked off the list. But what fights are y'all just chomping at the fucking bit to talk about? Let me know in the chat, man. There's 5 people in here. The 5 people in the chat, man. Don't be shy, man. Y'all come holler at me. Y'all come talk to me. What y'all like, man? What do y'all want to talk about, man? What fight y'all want to talk about? Talk about Arlovsky Aspinall. That seems to be one on the tip of everyone's tongue. Jakar Close Pena is another marquee prelim matchup. Can talk the rescheduled Phil Haas Nasserim Imavov. Talk the main event, man. Y'all let me know. Nick says, And I'm going to say, This thing needs to get smoked a little more, you know? But, man, I hope y'all having a good evening. It's Thursday, Friday Eve. Jackie boy, what's up, Jack? Yeah, sorry for the late start, guys. The lady isn't feeling well, but it's just another excuse to talk fights. So fuck it, right? We just gonna keep rocking and rolling. And yeah, what fight y'all? Hey Jack, Jack, Nick, whoever else is in here, what fight y'all want to talk about the most? What are y'all just chomping at the bit? What are y'all thinking about the most? What fight's been on your mind? The matchup that's like, or a fight that you can't decide? Like y'all just let me know, man. Nick says, Jackie boy. Yeah, man. We're just getting cooking here, boys. It's starting to heat up a little bit. 6 people in the motherfucker. Watch, as soon as I say that, one of the trolls will drop off. I'll show him. I can drop off as soon as he says that. Oh, Gordon's fighting on this one? Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, first of all, let me just check this one. This is one I can just check right off the box there. I'm going with Charles Rosa myself. I'm going with Rosa. I think he might even get a sub, dude. I think he might even get a sub. But yeah, I like Rosa in this one. I like the experience of Rosa. Gordon's fighting right on. Zahabi Rodriguez is the one I'm still behind on tape with. I am behind on a lot of these, dude. Let me tell you which ones. Yeah, I'm just going to go through real quick and tell y'all which ones I don't even fucking know. I'll tell you the one. I'll just go ahead and tell you right off the bat. The one I've been struggling with the most that I still am just like, is Wineland and Castaneda. Wineland and Castaneda, man. That goddamn, I cannot make up my mind on that one, dude. I'm gonna have to take that one a little bit deeper tomorrow. Now, yeah. Chaz Skelly, Jamal Emmers is another weird one. Yeah, the Zahabi. Okay, so Zahabi Rodriguez, definitely need to tape that. I'm taking Sergey Spivak. I'm not thinking about that one too hard. He's just got, even at a younger age, he's got more like UFC experience. And I've got Sergey Spivak all day on that one. Zahabi and Rodriguez, I'm gonna have to tape it. Same with Skelly and Emmers. That's a weird one too. Like, I feel like Skelly could get, like, could show a little better and savvy and squeak one out. Emmers is like, he's younger and like more, I don't know, man. It's just, that's a tough one. I gotta tape that one for sure. Dobson and Casey O'Neill is another weird one. I'm leaning Casey O'Neill. I think Dodson is kind of a fade, and I think it was more Agapova kind of being a hype job. Because if you look at the rest of her record, dude, it's not that she doesn't have really any good wins. She has bad, like she lost to Nico, dude. So I'm like, I don't even know with that one, man. But like, the other girl's green, but Dobson's just not. It's like, it's a greenhorn versus kind of a fade. So it's like, what the fuck do you do with that one, man? So let me know what you guys think about that one. Let me know what y'all think about Dobson O'Neill and Skelly Emmers, because those are two that I'm just kind of like, you guys are kind of fucking weird, dude. They're a little fucking weird. But then, yeah, Alves Sabatini, I got to tape that one. I'm going with Nate Landwehr, I think. Got to tape Wineland, Castaneda. Going with Jakar Close. Gordon and Chavez is another one, because I'm usually like looking to fade Jared Gordon because of his durability issues. But he showed in the last fight that, it might not be just you touch him, but he could go out and get sparked in this one. But yeah, I got to look at that one because I'm not as familiar with Danny Chavez. I am going Tom Aspinall for sure by knockout. But yeah, that's the prelim card. So let's just keep it on the prelims for the time being. What prelim fight? Yeah, I want to try and like dial these in a little bit as far as like focus, because and it's my own fault because I'm all over the place with shit. I have ADD like a motherfucker. And I can be a scatterbrained son of a bitch. So, yeah, let's just keep it on the prelims for right now. But, yeah, since Jack brought up Eamon Zahabi and Draco Rodriguez, let me just take a glimpse here. Man, Rodriguez is young, 24 years old. Slight reach advantage, 1 inch. That's not really that much. They're the same height, so they're about this. They're about the same size, I guess. Zahabi, that's Faraz's. What'd you say? Like his brother, his cousin, or something? Jack says thumbnail, nice, dude. Tight. Yeah, dude. Jack knows what's up with the fucking like the thumbnails and the logos and shit. Yeah, definitely, definitely. What's up, dude? What's up, Smith? What's going on, man? Hey, you got it, man. You got it. Chilling. Talking about to talk about Zahabi and Rodriguez. What do you think about that one, Smith? Nick doesn't agree with the line. I'm glad you brought that up, Nikki. I'm glad you brought that up, Nikki Elbows. I'm gonna pull up them lines. I'm gonna pull up them godforsaken odds, boys. UFC odds. So are you saying, Nick, do you think it should be closer to a pick'em, or do you think Zahabi should be the favorite? Yeah, I know nothing about Rodriguez, and Zahabi only is like vaguely rings a bell. Let's see, UFC schedule. Hey, 2 cents, you know that you can pull up multiple windows, and that will help you in life. Okay. Yeah, pull hobby. Okay, let's start with Dracar. Let's try with Draco Rodriguez. Draco Rodriguez. I'm just gonna do just a little quick overview. I will tape this. Actually, I might tape this fucking shit right now while I'm just shooting this shit with y'all. Fuck yeah, getting into this car, loving it, loving it. Fuck yeah, dude. Same here. On the over 2.5 for safety. Over 2.5 for which fight? Or do you mean just over 2.5 for? I'm sorry, man. Y'all know me, man. I'm not the handicapper. I am the shit talker. I am the analyst. I am the loudmouth. I'm the chucklehead, but I am not the professional handicapper. There is one right there. I see a couple right there in the chat. Even a little bit. I consider Jack a professional analyst. But okay, so I'm predictor as well. So Draco, Rodriguez, topology. Actually has a pretty extensive amateur record. Damn. 12 amateur fights. That's man. I see a lot of these guys. They have like 2 fucking. Some of them only have like 1 or 2 amateur fights, and it's like, yeah, pro. Here you go. Yeah. I mean, I guess I know a little something about the amateur boxing scene, and it's pretty low level too. But I mean, it must be pretty low level if like these dudes are just jumping into the pros, like the regional pros. Some of them must be kind of sketch, but. Anywho, yeah, he has 12 amateur fights, a lot against 0-0 guys, or like 1-1, 1-2s. But then he professional record opens up, has a guillotine win over a 2-5 Derek Perez, knocks out Shane Moffitt in a boxing fight. So looks like he might have some hands, and I will be looking at Draco Rodriguez highlights and fights. I might watch his last fight. So yeah, boxing knockout over Shane Moffitt, then a kick knockout. It says win by kick. I'm assuming that's a knockout or TKO. Over 4-3 Nathan Trepanier. Then he knocked out 1-0 Elliot Kahn. He submitted 5-1 Emeka Ifikandu by guillotine. His one loss is to Tony Gravely, in which he got knocked out. Now Tony Gravely is a decent fighter. Like, Tony Gravely is not a super bad loss, but he got knocked out by Gravely. Like, Tony Gravely is a decent prospect, so that's not a real bad loss. But yeah, then he fought Shane Moffat again God, he just fucking had that motherfucker's number. So he fought Moffat again in MMA and fucking armbarred him. Then he decision 6-13 Muhammad for Fard Muhammad. God, what a first name. Fard Muhammad. And then triangled 6-1 Mana Martinez. And now he faces Ayman Zahabi. So these guys both have like the exact same record, pretty much. Pretty much. Let me see what you guys are saying. Faraz Bro and Draco. Yay. Rodriguez only L to Gravely. Indeed. Draco should get it done, in my opinion, but I fade Faraz's Bro a lot. A lot of my leans are biased. So some of my leans are biased on this card. You and me both, brother. I have a lot of bias. And see, that's another thing is like, it would be different if I was gambling, but like my bias comes into my picks sometimes. And because I'm not like, it was different. Like, it's different if I'm in like a competition or something. But if I'm just like picking for fun or whatever, yeah, sometimes I let my bias just like take over a little bit more than I would if there was something else more on the line. But yeah, like it's a lot for me in this one. And there's a couple on this like card in particular. Like, not that I like love the fighter, but it's like I know that I've seen more of this guy. I know, like, the Spivak fight. If the other guy wins, it'll be upset. I don't even know the fucking guy's name. If he wins, it'll be upset. I know that. I got Spivak. Okay, so that's Drake. That's a brief overview of Draco Rodriguez. We now go to Ayman Zahabi, who is significantly older, but yeah, they're about the same size, just about. So yeah, his Faraz's brother, 33. Let's see. I'm just looking at his Wikipedia, so maybe I should go. I'm going to go to his Tapology as well. Okay. Don't see 2 amateur fights. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, 2 amateur fights. 1 against the 0-3 guy, 1 against the 0-0. Knockout and rear naked choke, respectively. Okay, so opening bout, knocks out 0-5 Scott Vivian. Rear naked choke win over 4-6 Philip Deschambeau. Ankle lock submission win over 0-0 Wesley Bowman. Knocked out 7-8 Scott Farhat. Knocked out 2-0 Jeremy Decharia. Got an injury TKO win over 3-1 Kyle Oliveira. Decision 13-4 Reginaldo Vieira. Then that's his UFC debut. So he wins his debut. Then he got knocked out with that crazy spinning back elbow by Ricardo Ramos. And then he just most recently lost a decision to Vince Morales. And here we find ourselves. So I'm gonna have to tape it some more. What would you guys say? Like, how do you guys have Rodriguez winning? Do you think he will? It looks like he's pretty well rounded. Like, he has boxing fights and several submission victories. It looks like he have good jiu-jitsu and decent hands. It seems like, but I got to tape it. Actually, I'm gonna tape it right now. So let me look at his last fight, and we can just kind of talk about while I'm looking at this. I won't be looking at it intently. I'll be paying more attention to the chat, but just kind of look at But yeah, shout out to the 7 people in the building. Just talking some fights here, boys. All right. A Draco. Gosh, okay. It's because Drakkar closed his finals, and I see the DRA, and I want to fucking say Drakkar. Draco Rodriguez versus Mana Martinez. Check this fight out. This Contender Series fight here. But yeah, let me see what you guys are saying. There he is. Motherfucking General in the build. What's up? What's going on, General? How you doing, man? Peace. Peace be unto you, my dude. Peace to you as well, homie. Let's see. Let's scroll up and say. This is why I have you guys helping. Hey, likewise. Likewise. I always take in all the input, man. I mean, and I think most of you guys are the same way. Like, you end up making up your own mind, but it's always because exactly, even if you're on the same one, you can get more input. And yeah, I think it's like Spivak isn't a world beater, but I don't even know who this other fucking guy is, man. Spivak's had a few UFC fights, so I'm going with him. Motherfucking General in the building. Smith saying, what up? What's up? Not confident enough to say yet. Think you're taking Rodriguez inside the distance, but need a better look. Right on. You think maybe Solmish or he crashed this? Nick saying, what up? Alex saying, what up? What's up, boys? Good to see y'all in the fucking building, man. Yeah. The old lady wasn't feeling good. So she decided to take a break tonight. But yeah, it's just another excuse to talk fights. So I'm about to watch this Mana Martinez fight versus Draco Rodriguez, and just kind of watch that while we chit chat. So yeah, what General, what are your feelings on this fight? This Ferraz's brother versus Draco Rodriguez. I swear the fuck why are the ESPN notifications louder than everything else? I don't know what am I just imagining things? Why are the fucking even on silent mode? They are the vibration is louder than any it's ridiculous. I never seen anything like it before in my life, boys. All right, here we go. Go. Starting off here, just watching this Draco Rodriguez Mana Martinez fight. Kind of give give a little like a live commentary while we're breaking this shit down. Just kind of making my doing some live taping here, boys. Doing some live fight taping. Let's see what the General said. He's taking Draco Rodriguez. Do you roll? But if you're gonna say Rodriguez properly, do you with Mexican Spanish? Do you roll both R's, or you just say are you supposed to roll both of them, or do you roll one or none of them? Or I'm just a fucking ignorant gringo, dude. I was just curious. I definitely would like to get better with my Espanol. But yeah, okay. So seeing. Ooh, Rodriguez has a nice overhand right, looks like. Pressing forward. Blocks the high kick. kind of trip knocks Martinez to the floor in half guard. Moves to looking to try and moves to side and try to move to side control. Now he's back in full guard. So he's active, but he almost got caught in an armbar. Then he slams Martinez down and ends up back in full guard. Martinez looking for the triangle. Or omoplata looks like, and he uses it to omoplata sweep, I guess you call that. And then Rodriguez cinches up the triangle. Looks like Martinez like, oh shit, trying to hammer fist. Man pushes the head down. Man, how's he not get? Does he get this? Does he end up fucking finishing this dude with this? It looks as tight as fuck. It looks just tighter than a fucking. Looks tighter than a nun's nasty. But I'm ignorant when it comes. I'm a white belt in the jiu-jitsu, so I'm not sure, baby. Pushing the head down. Goddard looking on. Oh, he drops. Oh, he's out. He's out. Yeah, he got it, man. It was tighter than a nun's nasty. I can't remember what movie that's from. I think it's from not Pandorum. It's the one where it's like the deep sea, like cave diving movie. Have you all ever seen that? If you have claustrophobia, don't ever watch this movie, but it's pretty awesome. What is it called? Damn it. But yeah, one of the guys says that, like, what's it like down there? And he's like, it's tighter than a nun's nasty. Yeah, that was a crazy man because yeah, he used the omoplata sweep and then got on top of him, but then just like instantaneously threw up the triangle, like threw his leg over the top, and yeah, I don't know what the technical term for that setup is or whatever, but yeah, so it's a good thing, baby. All the shit for that. Yep, and I know you're supposed to pull the head down. It helps you lock it in. Helps press their head against your knee or whatever, or not your knee, but your fucking yeah, you know what I'm saying. Crazy. Nar. Um, Now let me. Yeah. So it's looking like um Rodriguez is a good grappler and he has decent hands. So yeah, I will do a little tape now on Zahabi to be fair. Let's see. I am an Zahabi. Who is saying Haim? But could I get the half of one? One and the half of a quarter cheese. Vince Morales. Let me just watch that fight real quick. See what you guys are thinking. So Nikki, do you have any plays on this Nikki Elbows on this gosh darn Ayman Zahabi Drakkar Rodriguez fight? You got any action on this one? Parlaying, perhaps? He did seem pretty hungry. And he is what, 24 years old? So yeah. Kind of looking like his fight to lose at this point, but let me see. Let me see what's up with Zahabi. And I'll watch his last fight against Vince Morales. But Morales is a decent fighter. He has like what, 5 UFC fights or something, Morales. Okay. AI Eamon. Zahabi versus Vince Morales. Here we go. But yeah, 7 people in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. I hope y'all are doing good. Yeah, Morales doesn't have a great record, but he. Man, the quality of this video is right in the fucking toilet, boys. This is just a duty-do of a video. It's running at like 4 resolution. I know it's not a real thing, but it's not good. It looks like a video, how a video would run in like 1999 or something. See what you guys are saying. Losing to Morales is a bad look. Morales kicked Zahabi's ass the last fight. Zahabi is a terrible fighter, does not belong in the UFC. The general says he needs the boot. He said, fuck Zahabi. He said, you're only hanging on because of your, it's a little nepotism. There is some nepotism that goes on, man. All right, let me see if I can watch. I can barely even watch this. It's so terrible. You know how some dudes do the highlight videos or the recap videos of the UFC where like you think it's going to be like actual highlights, but it's just like still frames, but it's in order. Those are better than this. Hobby on the outside, pressing forward. What do you guys think about TriStar as a gym? What do y'all think about TriStar as a gym? Just curious. Yep. Yeah, he's not throwing much. I don't remember this fight. Very forgettable fight. Forgettable decision. So it looks like he's kind of like awkward and lumbering when he throws his strikes. Like it looks like fairly, I guess, responsible defensively, but I don't know, man. He's just like feinting a lot and not throwing anything. Like he does a decent job of covering up, but he still just like covers up and doesn't throw anything back. Like when you press forward, and this is his most recent fight too, so it's not like this is like, oh, this was a few years ago and he, matured so much as a fighter. I mean, the dude's fucking 33. So more or less what you see is what you get. It's his brother, like Faraz is his brother, so it's not like he's with a new coach and it's like, no, this is what you see is what you get. Yeah, there's not a lot of activity from him. He's just like fainting and just like staying on the outside and kind of like putting his hand up, like blocking and like he just not doing anything. What I'm saying. That's what I'm by God saying. What's up, M-Dub? What's up, Noah? Sabatini versus Alves, 0 tape on either. You've done 0 tape on either, or there is 0 tape on either? Would you mind clarifying? I cannot speak the English language tonight, boys. Would you mind clarifying that for me, if you wouldn't mind, sir? From a message from the Department of the Redundancy Department. Yeah, he's not very aggressive. He's not very like active. There's people that are like aren't very aggressive, but at least they're like active point fighters. They're like, and that seems to kind of be like the TriStar style, like win the round. They seem to be a gym that does a lot of focus on winning the round, like having a good jab, like being well rounded, like getting takedowns at the right times, like just like round winning fighters seem to come out of TriStar. How many like crazy fucking knockout artists like really come out of that gym, or like, other than GSP, like what? Yeah, I don't know, man. What do y'all think about TriStar though? I don't think it's a bad gym. I don't know. I think it might be a little bit of an overrated gym. I think, you take away like And there's not a lot of gyms that have like multiple champions. Like this just doesn't happen a lot. Usually, like even good gyms will have like one or two champions, maybe. But like you take away GSP, man, it's really not that strong of a gym to me. Like it's not a bad gym. I'm not saying it's a bad gym. It's better than most damn near any like there's a ton of MMA gyms now, dude, and it's going to be better than like 99% of them. But I just think as far as like the big gyms, I think it's a little bit overrated. But what the fuck do I know, man? I've only trained at one MMA gym before, and I didn't really even train there for that long. I trained there for like a week. But yeah, so I don't, I just know what I've heard and what I've seen. Let's see. Supposedly Alves lost 44 pounds to F weight. Done zero. You done did zero. Well, I haven't done much myself, man. I have not done much more. Doing a little bit right now, watching Amin Zahabi dance on the outside and faint and lose rounds to Vince Morales. And it seems like it's going to be rinse and repeat for the next two rounds. Difficult to choose Alves versus Sabatini. Yeah, I've heard a couple people. If I can actually speak, we will look at that fight next. Alves talk. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Alves and Sabatini. We can absolutely do that, General. The fight featherweight. Okay. Okay. You're on Pat Sabatini live, especially if he looks good, won't be overexposed. Okay. I need to drink some water. I think that's the problem, man. My mouth is drier than a son of a fucking bitch, dude. And the people are dropping, the viewers are dropping like flies, boys. I said, guy, get to the fucking point, 2 cents. Well, I will. Yeah, I remembered why I kind of like to fade Zahabi a little bit. So I will most likely be going with Draco Rodriguez. Per the general's request, we will now discuss disgust. Jesus Christ. I am a fucking like retard this evening, dude. I can't speak. I can't think. This week has just been fucked, man. Okay, Rafael Alves versus Patrick Sabatini. Tail of the tape, both 30 years old, same height, slight reach advantage for Patrick Sabatini. Featherweight. Patrick Sabatini. Only 3 losses out of 16 fights. It's not bad. And he had 5 amateur fights. So it looks like this barrage here, I like to use a jiu-jitsu. It looked like I like to use a jiu-jitsu. Let me see if I can find some footage on this barrage. Let me see if I can watch one of this barrage's fights. Especially one that lasts. It's kind of hard to tell. Some of the ones, okay, these are kind of hard. It's hard to tape the guys that are either knockout artists or submission artists, especially if they're all first rounders. You know what I mean? Because it's like you can't really make much of that. Like, okay, yeah, he knocked out this guy, especially if their competition isn't that good, because it's like, okay, you're beating this, you're expected to beat this guy, you do what you're supposed to do. But like, how much can you really glean from that? So I'm gonna try and see if I can get footage on this one. Jesse Stern versus Patrick Sabatini. Man, my fucking allergies have been killing me, dude. I've been sounding like this for a month, man. Haven't been sick, but, knock on wood, but. Pat Sabatini. Yeah. able to find anything on it. Nope, sure can't. Sure can't. Let me see if I can just watch some highlights on this dude. Watch some highlights on this dude, son of a bitch. All right. Patrick Sabatini. God damn, all the videos are either like 3 years ago, 8 years ago, 4 years ago. Fucking A. Look at this one from 3. This is a Champion's Mindset 3 years ago. A little like little promo video. So I'm not gonna be able to take much from this. I just want to see something on this dude. If y'all know more about this guy than I do, and you probably do, let me know what you think about this guy. What are you guys thinking about this fight? I'm gonna have to do tape tonight and tomorrow. I'll be taping all fucking day tomorrow. And okay, sitting here at the shadow boxing, throwing some straight punches. Can't really take much from that. You got to see how they move in the fight, man. It doesn't like dudes, because I'm telling you, man, like guys can look really good on the pads. They can look really good on the speed bag. They can look really good on the heavy bag. You got to see how they do it in the fucking fight, man. Some guys look like shit on the bag, but they get in the fucking ring or they get in the cage and they are just a motherfucking killer. And then some guys look great on the bag and they get in the ring or whatever and they freeze up or they fucking, you know. I just fucking talking on this one, man. It's a fucking lame ass video. Super lame. Oh, cool. Switch kick on the bag, bro. Cool. You're not laying that in a fight. Watch him fucking knock the dude out with a switch kick. But okay, that was womp womp. Thumbs. I want a thumbs down that video. I'm not even gonna give it one though. God damn, it's just these are frustrating. Look at this one. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, people that are on Sabatini, let me know why. Like, let me know why you're on Sabatini. I'm not sure. I really have no idea. I don't think so. I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to roll with Sabatini, but not overconfident due to short notice. What? Let me know why. I'm genuinely just curious. I'm not like questioning why you guys are on it, but I don't know. I don't, you know, I don't see a whole lot of tape on this dude. Yeah. He's undersized for sure here, but he should have the cardio. Definitely grappling is very good. I see him surviving and getting the sub as Jack said, taking the short notice scares me. Yeah, is he? And it's not only is it short notice, but it's a short notice UFC debut, right? Like this is his debut UFC fight. I'm smelling a little hype job here. I'm not gonna lie, boys. I'm smelling a little bit of a hype job. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, UFC fight, short notice. I mean, Alves, you know, it's his UFC debut too, but he had a Contender Series fight. He's beaten some guys that have winning records. His only losses are to guys with winning records. Well, there's a couple bad losses at the beginning, but like I don't know. I don't know. It's looking like kind of a 50-50, boys. I'm not gonna lie. Let me look at let me look at so Alves has a decision win over Guilherme Miranda, excuse me. A decision win over Ican. Decision win split. So he can win decisions, boys. Let me check out his contender series fight. Let me look at that right now. Let me take that right quick. What's up, Bo? What's up, dude? Currently with Pat, weigh-ins will be a gut checkpoint. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I'm actually glad that I'm waiting. Well, I'm not glad that I'm waiting, but like my picks, like I'm gonna be making them tomorrow afternoon. So I will give me a chance to watch the weigh-ins at least. And I'm gonna be taping during that. I'd be more of a fade on Alves. Okay, well, can you let me know? Okay, let me know the people that are on Sabatini. Let me know why you're on Sabatini. And the people that are fading Alves, let me know why you're fading Alves. Because I'm hearing with a common thing that I've been hearing with this fight is that Alves will gas out and that Sabatini will take over late. Now, are you boys? Are you trying to like? Let me see what the line is. Is this going to be a play for y'all, or is this just kind of like a feeling? Like, are you looking for value on Sabatini? Is he the underdog? Is this what I'm hearing? Because I mean, I just know that some of you guys are looking at this from a little bit of a different angle than I am. Whereas y'all are trying to make money, so you're looking for value on underdogs, or you're looking for like super like can't miss parlay pieces. Where I'm strictly focused on trying to pick the winner of the fight. But I'm curious. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, so Sabatini's an underdog. So is it is it good? Do you see the value in Sabatini? Is that what it is? Um, just curious, just asking, man. I always like to get the different perspectives, especially from my online buddies that are handicappers. Just curious. Alves seems to gas out now. Like which fight should I look at to see? And that's why I'm asking, so I can kind of see for myself like how bad he gasses. Like, is it like one of his losses? I guess. Let's see, because he has decision wins. As I was saying, he has a couple decision wins as well. Let me see. Rafael Alves. Topology. The turn. Yeah, so yeah. Leave me point to me point of fight. Point out to me a fight in particular. Because he's on a since 2017. He hasn't been super active. He only fought once in 2019 and once in 2017, but he's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fight win streak. Decision win over 4-5 Rudy Morales. Decision win over 16-5 Miranda. Guillotine choke in the third round over 14-2 Bell beat Nazarov. Was that a fight that he gassed out and just got like a lucky guillotine? Is that what you're referring to? I'm just curious. I'm literally curious. Because I'm just trying to find like I'm just looking at Sabatini and I'm just not seeing like why I guess I'm just don't see why you guys are so confident in him. Is it just like value in the underdog? Live bet spot, both debuts. What's up, Bo? What's going on, man? They both, it kind of looks like a 50-50, like, think he's relentless enough with the grappling to win. Alves lost a bunch of times before. Let me see. Jack says, I think he's relentless enough with the grappling to win. Alves lost a bunch of times. Bo says, look at the body types. Not a play, not confident, haven't even taped, just from what I've heard from DFS video I watched today. Okay, so Brady checked out Brady's video, liking what he heard, going with kind of looking at leaning Sabatini, sounds like, from Noah. I'm gonna look at one of these. God damn, this is pissing me off with this. For some reason, I can't like type in the Google, like the Safari like app is fucked up or something on this iPad. It's pissing me off. But let me see. Okay, so let's look. Let me look. I'm gonna look at Sabatini. Go back and look at Sabatini's record, and I'm gonna do a little taping if I can. At least see if I can. Say I couldn't find the Jesse Stern fight. So he choked out Tony Gravely. Gravely's a pretty. This is the same guy. Yeah, Gravely's a pretty decent fighter. That was like when Gravely was like 1-0. And it was his debut. So yeah, like, but Sabatini has a couple losses. Like, he has a loss to Jose Mariscal, who's 6-3. He lost a decision, an amateur loss decision to a dude that was 1-1. I'm not seeing any like. I don't really see any super impressive wins from either guy. To be honest with you, like, he knocked out a dude that's 7-5. He like armbarred a guy that's 10-3. Let me look at Stern here. Yeah, and two of Stern's other losses are like submission losses too. So this is a 50-50, man. I think I'm seeing a little. What I'm kind of seeing here is a little guys looking for value on Sabatini, and it's definitely, it's probably a good bet. It's close enough as an like a 50-50. If an underdog is in a 50-50 fight, that's usually a pretty good bet. So I can see that, but I don't know, man. Don't be too surprised if Alves pulls it out. I gotta do some more taping on, man. But I see that's one of those where I don't know. I can't see. That's another thing. It's a good bet, but I also kind of get like, you're so confident in a guy that's like making his debut, like against another guy that's making his debut. I don't know. That's always been like a weird thing for me. Alves cuts a ton of weight. He's talking about wanting to return to lightweight, so it's a featherweight. Sabatini, I think, will have the better game plan, but it's a close fight. Bo Jackson, Alves dropped 44 pounds to fight this fight. Too much to fight. 9 subs out of 13 wins is pretty good. Yeah, so obviously the guy is a submission artist. So look, like I said, their wins and losses are guys over the same level, about the same level of competition. Like, these are some of the guys on Pat Sabatini's record. These are some of his wins. Seven and 5, 5 and 4, 6 and 2, 7 and 5. I don't know, man. I think they're like, that ain't blowing me away, dude. That's not really blowing me away. And like I said, the last guy that he beat had been choked out twice before that. So this one is real 50-50 to me. And I'm seeing just a lot of people on Sabatini, and I think it's coming a lot from the handicapping side of things. I think a lot of people are seeing value on Sabatini, but I don't know, man. That's a 50-50 to me. I'm gonna have to do. It's tough though. I can't find tape on Sabatini, because if I can't find any tape on his most recent one, I'm damn sure not going to be able to find any ones on fights before that. So I don't know, dude. How do some of you guys tape this shit? But yeah, I don't know. 50-50. That's what I think. That's what I think on that one. 50-50. Cool. Thank you, Jack. Oh yeah, Alves yeah, that's why I think it's a 50-50, because Alves has definitely been subbed a few times. Let's see. But Alves's last 4 wins have definitely been more impressive than it looks like. They're against better opponents than Sabatini, but neither of them are really like world beaters. It doesn't look like. They're both making their UFC debuts, so they're neither one are like, I don't know. It's always just weird to me how people are so confident in a debutante. It's just weird. But yeah, I mean, hey, let's see. Guillotine lost to Alexandre Pimentel. I think that's how you pronounce that. And he looked like a jiu-jitsu guy. So he got choked out by a guy that was 13-1. Armbar to 4-1 Bruno Tavares. Let's see. Bruno Tavares is 13-5. So that's not too bad, I guess. And then the other losses, I can't really see what method they're by. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Close one. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Yeah. But it sounds like it is a dog or pass situation. It sounds like a lot of the gambling community is going with the dog on that one. Can see the value on Sabatini. It sounds like is what I'm hearing. Bo says Alves has better wins for sure. Last CFCC guy that debuted that I recall was Anthony Ivy, and I'm sure that did not go well. But yeah, nothing. I don't see much on Alves that's blowing me away, and the same with Sabatini. And so that's always like funny to me, like how people are, oh man, a guy that you can't really like. I mean, I guess you can see a couple of Sabatini's fights on Fight Pass, I guess, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks like, God damn it. Yeah, it looks like Alves has better wins and losses, to be honest with you. Like I said, he lost to a dude that's 5-3, and Sabatini also lost to a dude that's 6-3. And Mariscal is not good. He's not good. So yeah, that's a bad loss, man. Oh, that's that dude Mariscal. No. So yeah, it's a 50-50. That's a toss up to me, man. So just be careful. Be careful. Yeah, the pride of God, Anthony Ivy. Man. Okay. So sounds like people are liking Sabatini there. I don't know. I don't know. I always that always gives me a little pause. Like the dude is debuting, doesn't have that great of wins, has some sketchy losses, but they're like, no, he's just gonna it's just his pressure and like this. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see what we got. See what we got. Let's move on to okay, boys. Let's talk about Wineland and John Castaneda. Talking a little bit about in the chat earlier this morning and this afternoon or whatever. What do you guys think about Wineland Castaneda? Because I'm going back and forth with it. I honestly don't know. I'm honestly like, I can see Wineland using the veteran savvy and getting the better of it. Castaneda isn't that great of a fighter, but man, Wineland dude, he's just never really been that great of a fighter to me. Like, I don't know, man. I think Wineland is kind of a fade. Like, it's a tough one. I don't even fucking know, man. I can see Wineland grinding out a veteran, like using, like I said, veteran tactics and savvy to like win a decision. But I can also like Castaneda can be the worst fighter, and I think he could still knock Eddie Wineland out. So, what do you guys think, man? What do y'all think on that one? Smith said, "Now we're talking. I bet Wineland. He's old and slow. Probably will leave this fight. Probably will leave this fight unless you see Wineland live." Yeah, like those. These are tough because, man, Eddie Wineland. Man, I don't. Castaneda's not very good though. He's not good. He's not very good. But Eddie Wineland, like, he does. Does he really have to be that fucking good to beat Eddie Wineland at this stage? I know he's not O'Malley, man, but does he have to be? Pedro Munoz isn't TJ Dillashaw, and he's fucking knocked Cody Garbrandt out. Certain point, man, it doesn't matter. Like you can if the fighter's chin is gone, it doesn't matter how good the other fighter is, really. Like, I mean, it does, but if a fighter lands a good shot on a chinny fighter, it doesn't matter how skilled the other fighter is. If they're if they're the better fight, quote unquote, the better fighter on paper or not, that shit doesn't matter. If a fighter is chinny and they get caught with the right shot, they're gonna go. So it makes it a tough pick, man. It makes it a fucking tough pick. Makes it a fucking tough pick. Wineland doing him a favor. Almost pick Wineland. I'm struggling to. I'm like, okay, Wineland is probably the better fighter. Probably. Could be another Cub. Could be. I would rate Cub Swanson higher than Eddie Wineland. But that's me. I'm biased. I'm a Cub Swanson fan, but I would rate Cub a little bit higher than Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland. 36 and fade and fast. Now, look. Give me 1 second, boys. One. Boys, he's 6-8 in the UFC. Like, yeah, I know he fought everybody, but these are his wins. These are Eddie Wineland's wins. Scott Jorgensen split over Brad Pickett, Eve Jabwin, Frankie Saenz, Takeya Mizugaki, and Grigory Popov. Those are Eddie Wineland's wins. He's been knocked out 4 times. He's been submitted 4 times. Now, I know level of competition. Like I said, with the chin thing, at a certain point, it doesn't matter. So, Eddie Wineland, goddamn, if you are, good luck, Smiths. Castaneda is not a very good fighter, but I don't know if he has to be. But I don't like. He might not be good enough to take advantage of Wineland's chin. He might go chasing after it, and just Wineland just big brothers him. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to trust Castaneda, but it's hard to trust Eddie Wineland's durability too. It's a tough fucking fight to pick, man. Oh, I did too. Yes, sir. I did too. I don't know why people, man, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I'd see if Wineland wins, I can see it being by decision. I can see him Castaneda chasing the knockout, Wineland just kind of countering him, and then picking his spots to fight and winning a decision. I'm leaning with John Castaneda. I'm struggling to not. I'm like, I'm going to struggle either way with this pick, but I'm starting to lean like Castaneda. Like the more as I look at it, it's like, man, Eddie Wineland's dude, come on. He's fought a lot of good fighters, but he's usually losing. Any fighter that's decent or good, I won't say decent. Any fighter that's good, Eddie Wineland will lose to any good fighter. He can beat some okay fighters. Castaneda isn't that good, but Eddie Wineland has been win one, lose one for like a long time. And he has a losing record in the UFC. He just got knocked the fuck out. Man, I don't know how you can be confident in Eddie Wineland. Same with Castaneda, but dude, that is definitely is. I'm assuming Eddie Wineland's the favorite. That is a fucking dog or pass situation to me. That's what that seems like. But like I said, don't take my advice, boys. Don't tell me. For real. I don't want you to. No, Castaneda is a favorite. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would know. I would not, dude. I don't see God. Good luck, Smith. Good luck, brother. Um, yeah, I'm leaning Castaneda. I'm leaning Castaneda. So he's not confident on anything. Needs to see the weigh-ins. Screams pass. Yeah, for real. For real. He's a bum leg humper. Wineland does good against those types. Should have more volume for sure, but Wineland probably could get him out of there. Don't be shocked if it happens. Yeah, Wineland does crack. Wineland does hit pretty hard. Wineland KO time. So I liking Wineland. Are you gonna bet Wineland, Noah? Sounds like you like him. You gonna throw what's the Wineland KO prop? Let's see, Sexy Mexi, John Castaneda. The Sexy Mexi. Yeah, I was disappointed in. He didn't. Now that I remember, he didn't do that bad in that Nathaniel Wood fight. Am I thinking of the right fight? I might be thinking of the wrong fight, but I don't think he did that bad in that Nathaniel Wood fight. I remember him giving a decent account of himself, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know, man. Dude. I'll say this. John Castaneda is better than the last guy that Eddie Wineland beat. I think that John Castaneda is better than Grigory Popov. I'll just put it like that. I don't know if he'll beat Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland can knock him out. But don't be surprised if Eddie Wineland gets knocked out. Because he's not a very good fighter. Like, neither is Castaneda. But Eddie Wineland, I'm a little surprised he's an underdog, but I can kind of see why now. The dude is 6-8 in the UFC, and he's been knocked out 4 fucking times. Like, the guy is not. I don't see how anybody can be confident in him. But the same with Castaneda. Like, I don't see how anyone can be very confident in Castaneda's ability to take advantage of Eddie Wineland's like shop wornness, so to speak. Says the power back, can't bet, have DK. Right on. Yeah, he got outstruck by Wood, but isn't Wood isn't Wood a volume striker? Oh, I know he's not I know Castaneda is not a high volume striker. Sorry, I was looking at something. Let's see. Mario Batista versus Trevin Jones now that Costa is injured. Wood, very good, but 3-1 on feet is like Holloway, Qatar. Yeah, I sort of remember that fight. Let me go back and watch that fight, actually. I'm going to go back and rewatch that. Castaneda versus Nathaniel Wood, because Wood is he is a good fighter. Very good prospect from, he's Welsh, isn't he? Wood. Nathaniel Wood versus sexy Mexi John Castaneda. I'm gonna fucking repack this thing, boys. Does anybody want to come in? Anybody want to jump in the panel? I can drop the link real quick. Copy. English from London. Okay, right on. Said he's Southern. Said he's from King's Landing. Hope that trash can doesn't catch on fire. No, I don't think it will. I think it was out. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah. I think I mean, Wineland is live because of his experience, but man. I'm gonna check this fight out, boys. But yeah, let me. I appreciate you guys that have been in the chat, keeping the chat live. Good shit. Now, keep in mind, I'm watching John Castaneda versus Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood, the young prospect, not 36-year-old glass jaw Eddie Wineland. Keep that in mind. So Castaneda likes that check right hook from southpaw. So he likes the two punch combination. He likes the left hook uppercut and like the left hook right hand, or I mean the right hook uppercut, right hook left straight left. Wood's just so active, man. I mean, I know like Castaneda's not bad though, man. He like people keep saying, no, you drunk dog. He ain't no fucking. He's not like amazing, but nah, man. I think I might actually go with Castaneda. Like Eddie Wineland, man. Come on, that dude get knocked out. That dude get knocked out, man. Castaneda will press forward and catch him with something, man. This is Nathaniel Wood, man. This is a young fucking super athletic. Eddie Wineland is a fucking like. Eddie Wineland is a shop worn glass jaw. Yeah, I'm going Castaneda. Yep, just made up my mind. Seriously, yeah. Castaneda, sexy Mexi. He tough. I think he's only been knocked out one time. Eddie Wineland is not a good fighter, man. Is it because he like? I mean, what? He fought Henan Barao, right? Was that for the? Did he fight Henan Barao for the belt? And that is that why like everyone thinks that he's going to beat Castaneda? I don't know, man. I've seen enough, dude. I've seen enough. If I'm wrong, I'll eat the crow. It's a 50-50 fight, and Eddie Wineland is more of a fade to me than Castaneda. I'm sorry, just at this point in his career, like it doesn't matter. This dude is aggressive. He likes to throw the left hook. I mean the right hook, excuse me. And he likes the kind of like it's kind of like a bolo punch. It's kind of like a scooping like hook. He likes to throw that shit too. Yeah, he's standing there, he's hanging, he's pressing forward on Nathaniel Wood. Like Nathaniel Wood is just a good fighter, man. And he's still landing on him, dude. He's landing the straight left. He's landing his shots. He's definitely getting outworked by the better prospect. I think Nathaniel Wood would probably put a whooping on Eddie Wineland. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Castaneda here. I'm with you, Jackie boy. Jack, we disagree on a lot of fights, but I think we're on the same page on this one. I would not, if I did bet, I would stay right the fuck away from Castaneda and Wineland. Some weird shit could happen in that fight, man. I don't know. Not confident in it, but I'm going to go with Castaneda. I can't not fade Eddie Wineland. He's just like O'Malley's good. O'Malley's a good striker. O'Malley is one of the better strikers, I'd say, at bantamweight, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, Cheeto's a good fighter too, but Cheeto ain't no fucking world beater, and Cheeto exposed O'Malley. So it's like, is him getting knocked out by O'Malley really like an awesome loss? That's the other thing I want to ask. Like, now looking back, like, is him getting smoked by O'Malley like that? Is that like, I'm sorry, dude. I thought it looked like the way he went down, I was like, man, Wineland should retire. I'm not going to lie. I said that after that happened. I'm actually kind of like, not surprised, I guess, but fuck, dude. Yeah, I got Castaneda. The more I think about it, yeah, Castaneda. I can see Wineland gritting out a decision like a sketchy like split or something, but yeah, I don't like his durability at this point in his career, and I don't like Castaneda's younger. He's going to be fresher. He's going to be, I don't know, man. Yeah, I got sexy Mexi. Not super confident, but Dude, how can you be confident in Eddie Wineland? That dude is 1 or 2 fights away from retirement. He's one bad knockout away from retirement. I'll put it like that. Dude's damn close to my age. What? Yep. Well, 6 people in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here with me. Talking this UFC shit. What do you want to talk about next? What fight you want to talk about next, man? If not, I'm just going to move right on up the card, boys. I will be back tomorrow afternoon to give you my UFC Blades versus Lewis picks, my official picks. And then we can talk some more about the fight, hype it up. The fights, I mean. But yeah. I will probably go for about 2 hours tonight. But yeah, let me know what fight you want to talk about next, man. I got a couple we could talk about next. Let's talk about put what fights you want to talk about in the chat. We'll definitely talk about those. And I want to talk about, just move right on up. Fuck it. Drakkar Klose and Luis Pena. I'm on Drakkar Klose. I'm interested. Anyone that's on Luis Pena, tell me why you might think Pena could win this fight. I think Luis Pena is too fucking easy to take down, and he sits in his guard too much. And I think Drakkar Klose can just win the rounds like that. Just being on top, out wrestling him. I don't know, man. He's starting to become a fade. He's starting to become just a fucking fade. Like, I know Drakkar got knocked out by Dariush, but Beneil's a good fighter. I got to go Drakkar Klose here, man. But yeah, anyone that's on Luis Pena, man, let me know why. Let me know if you're on Violent Bob Ross. Yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about Landwehr and Rosa for sure. Close. I don't see why Pena getting the love. Yeah, let me look at the odds on that. Is Pena a favorite? Is Luis Pena really a favorite in that? Man. That seems a little crackheaded to me, dude. Pena the favorite over Drakkar Klose. Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Sitting here talking some UFC shit. Nah, Drakkar Klose is a slight favorite. He should be too, man. But yeah, that's like I said, I don't know, man. I don't want to give like betting advice because I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to that. But yeah, I'm on Drakkar Klose for sure. For sure, picking Drakkar Klose. No, he's not. No. Yeah, Drakkar Klose is the favorite. I think the rightful favorite. I would have been a little like, damn, like, yeah, that'd be shit. If you're a betting man, just Drakkar Klose is an underdog against Violent Bob Ross in 2021. Yeah. Yep. Pena's fight IQ troubles me. Like I said, his willingness to like just sit there in his guard when someone takes him down. He's really fucking easy to take down, dude. I could see maybe him subbing Drakkar Klose, but Klose is strong, man. And like I just think he's going to have his way with Pena. I see him winning a unanimous decision. Truthfully. That's what I see. I want to talk about one more fight, and then I'll tell you what, boys. For the last 30 minutes, I want to talk about some future upcoming fights, and then maybe like a title picture or two. Maybe maybe heavyweight title picture with this John Jones situation. Talk a little bit about that. But yeah, I'd like to talk about one more fight, and then because I'm going to be doing this, I want to save some of this for tomorrow. I'm going to do a stream probably at 4:20. But I'm going to talk about I'm going to give my picks and talk about the fights for this card. So yeah, I'll talk about one more, and then Jack said Juicy J and Landwehr, Nate the Train, whatever the fuck his name is, Landwehr. Pick'em fight, boys. It's a damn pick'em. The odds is a pick'em. I'm going with Nate Landwehr. I don't think he's a really good fighter. I kind of look to fade him. I think he's a little overhyped because of his personality. I personally think he's kind of cringy and annoying, and I don't know. I just don't think he's as good as he's being made out to be, but he's not a bad fighter. And man, Juicy J, dog, nah, I got to go with Landwehr. I can't pick Julian Erosa in 2021. I don't care if he won his last fight. Smith says short nose for Pena too, so even more info to help me bet closes off fade Pena a lot. So yeah, for sure, me too. Bo says, can we discuss Bilal Leon? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that broke pretty recently, man. Looks like Leon Edwards got him a fight. Leon Edwards got him a fight against Bilal Muhammad. Jack, now you lean in. I like Nate, but I don't know if I will bet him less. It's in the KO parlay. Yeah, that's would be the way to do it, I would think, because look, if he doesn't knock him out, he will at least hurt him once. Like Juicy J, dude. Yeah, the play, especially if that KO prop is nice and tasty. Yeah, I'd be all over that. If I was a bet man. Yeah, I don't blame you. Man. It's Luis Pena, come on, dude. And I used to be a little biased towards him because he's from Little Rock, but nah, dude. Come on, man. Fucking Luis Pena. Dude's so unreliable. He's just shown himself time, and he's reliably unreliable, consistently unreliable. Got a cool look. Talks a good game. He's just kind of so-so. He's kind of just a little flaky, questionable fight IQ, a lot of talent, but questionable fight IQ. Too easy to take down. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, man. Landwehr is he's wild. He's like an aggressive striker. Decent grappler. It's more of a fade on Julian Erosa. It's more of just a fade on him. Because I am usually looking to fade Landwehr. Oh, better believe he was going to get washed by my dude Movsar Evloev. He was going to get destroyed by Evloev. But Juicy J, I think he can take care of Juicy J. Surprisingly, he is a year older. Juicy J has a slight reach advantage and a significant height advantage. And I would laugh so much if Juicy J knocked him out with a kick or something. Nate Landwehr Tapology. Yeah, so one loss by decision, once by rear naked choke, and then the KO loss from Herbert Burns. I gotta tell you though, man, that Darren Elkins fight was a little bit of a red flag to me because he got hit a lot by Darren Elkins. if Darren Elkins was not so shop worn himself and fucking easily cut, there's a chance he could have beaten Nate Landwehr. Like, he did not look super great in that fight. So I don't know, man. Like, he was gonna get fucked up by Evloev, but against Juicy J, it's hard to be really confident. But I'm gonna go with Landwehr because I can't pick Julian Erosa. Can I? No, I don't think I can, man. Nah, dude. Nah. He's been knocked out too many times, man. He's yeah. Yeah. I mean, Sean Woodson has no business fighting at the weight class he's fighting in. He needs to move up in weight. Absolutely. Like, he is too big for featherweight. That dude is like a welterweight at least. With his frame, he looks like he just looks so weird. Like, he's not a featherweight, man. But he was having his way with Juicy J until he gassed out and he got choked. But I'm sorry, man. Like, nah, I can't do it. Juicy J, he going down. I think Landwehr, there's a decent chance Landwehr can knock him out, but I'm definitely gonna pick Julian Erosa. I'm gonna pick Landwehr. I cannot pick Julian Erosa. Can't do it. 10 people in the build. What's up, man? What's going on? The General says he does not like Pena. 10 people in the building. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate it. Noah says crazy how only one fight in this card has a dog bigger than 225. He has a lot of close lines. What's up, Nick? What's going on, man? Shout out to the land down under. Tail the whiz or make my own. Yeah, I definitely make my own picks, but I can't, dude. Nah. Okay, boys. So let's talk about Bo Jackson mentioned Leon Edwards and who did he fight? Leon Edwards and I smoke too much weed. It's not. There's no such thing as smoking too much weed. Bilal Muhammad. So Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad. You got to take Edwards, right? It's got to be Leon Edwards. Like, dude, I'll tell you this. If Leon Edwards, all the complaining that he does, if he loses to Bilal Muhammad, I will laugh so fucking hard. Leon Edwards has no business losing that fight. He's the more talented fighter. He is, isn't he younger than Bilal Muhammad? But in any case, you got to go with Leon Edwards. But he better not lose his fucking fight. I'll put it like that. He better not lose his fucking fight, man. Because of the title picture 170. Let's talk briefly about the 170 title picture. I'm glad that you brought that up, Bo. Appreciate you. The 170 title picture is weird because Usman is he's 2 or 3 fights away from pretty much cleaning out that division of worthy contenders. That's the oldest or the second oldest division other than heavyweight is welterweight. It's really, the top 15 is really fucking old. And a lot of those guys are going to be retiring soon, and most of them cannot sniff the title. Not against Usman. Usman with Trevor Whitman, nah, it ain't happening. So shout out to the 10 people in the building, but it's going to be a daunting task to beat Kamaru Usman because Whitman's working on his footwork now, and his jab was good. Now it's like 10 times better. So good luck. Good fucking luck. But yeah, let me check out the 170 title picture. Back to Edwards. Look, he probably is one of the 2 or 3 worthy contenders at this point. It's either Edwards, Wonder Boy. I mean, who else? who else can you really say? Masvidal, man, he's going to do the same thing to Masvidal that he did last time, and he might even hurt Masvidal because I don't know if you guys know this, but Masvidal gets fucking dropped a lot. Masvidal got dropped by Michael Chiesa, dude. If you think that Usman with Trevor Whitman, another full training camp with Trevor Whitman, more training at altitude, he's going to beat Masvidal even worse than he did the first time. Jorge Masvidal is a hype job. He's a good fighter. He's on the cusp of maybe great fighter, but he's not elite. He never has been. He's always like a journeyman kind of gatekeeper-esque, like, dude, he was never going to be Kamaru Usman. And that this whole like, oh, if he had a full training camp, nah, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't fucking matter, man. He still beat him. Now, yes, I'm an Usman stan, admittedly, but nah, dude. Wonder Boy has a decent look at it. Leon Edwards in 2021 has a decent look at it, I guess. But other than that, dude, who's going to beat him? Who's going to beat him? I mean, I think we might be looking at Usman moving up to middleweight. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but let me take a gander at this fucking top 15 of welterweight, but I just don't. Well, okay, and I forgot to mention Colby. The Colby rematch that probably should happen at some point, right? I mean, I don't think the result will be any different. I think it'll be the same with Masvidal. He'll just beat him even worse. But other than Colby, Edwards, and Wonder Boy, that's like, if he beats those three, who else? Who else, man? Who else is there? Colby and Leon are like two of the younger welterweights. Real quick. Yeah. Edwards is sitting at 3. Masvidal is 4. Now, look, I get why Usman is calling out Masvidal. He wants that money fight. He knows Masvidal will put butts in the seats. It will generate revenue. I get it. But if you're talking about worthy contenders, I would always rather see a new contender rather than someone that's already been beaten. Now, I know Leon Edwards is a better fighter than the first time Usman beat him, but he does already have the win over Edwards. So I'm not one of these guys that's like crying over Leon Edwards not getting a title shot. Like, dude, you already fucking lost to the champion, and none of your wins are really like blowing the doors off. Like, it's a good streak. You're one of the worthy contenders now, but like the fact that he's not getting a title shot next and he has to fight someone else, I'm not like upset with that really. I mean, I think he should probably get someone. I think that Leon Edwards should probably be fighting Wonder Boy. That's the fight that I think should happen. But didn't Leon Edwards turn down a couple fights? Didn't Leon Edwards turn down the Gilbert Burns fight? Or am I thinking of another fighter? Someone turned down. No, was it Colby? Someone turned down a fight with Gilbert Burns. I know that. Someone turned down a Gilbert Burns fight. Was it Colby or Leon? I can't remember. But in any case, Edwards has to win this fucking fight because he's already like Usman's calling out Masvidal. Most people think that he needs to fight Colby again. I don't really think that he needs to. I would like to see him fight Colby again and just beat the fucking shit out of him even worse. So everyone will shut the fuck up talking about Colby Covington and his fucking overrated ass. But like, it's the same thing with Burns. Colby beat an even worse Woodley than the one that Gilbert fought. And the one that Gilbert fought was broken already by Usman. It's all Usman. They're following behind Usman, scavenging his leftovers. And he's just recycling them. So, yeah, I'd rather see Thompson in there right now than a fighter he's already beaten. Or maybe give Chiesa a shot. Chiesa's a beast fucking grappler. I think Usman would probably have his way with him, but he's fucking strong at 70, man. Chiesa's fucking strong at 70. That'd be an interesting fight, dude. So, yeah. If you want to put Colby in there, beat the shit out of Colby, knock him out again. Cool. You want to put Edwards in there? Edwards is a point fighter. The Kamaru Usman in 2021 will fucking destroy him. Edwards is still a point fighter. Decision against RDA, cool story. Usman in 2021 will fuck Leon Edwards up. Ain't nobody, like I said, I'm a Usman stan, but ain't nobody got nothing for that dude. Just reach and try and find someone that can maybe do something. But nah, man, Colby, Leon, Stephen Thompson, he been to be 38 with that dude. If he stands there and tries to, Usman is durable, and Thompson doesn't have one-punch knockout power. Thompson has to accumulate shit, and Usman is like, he's a really good pressure fighter, man. Like, I don't think Thompson is going to be the one. Thompson struggled a little with Woodley. Man, nah. Ain't nobody got nothing for Usman. Not to me. But the most interesting ones would be Thompson, Leon Edwards, Chiesa. Honestly, Colby, we saw what happens. It will be even worse now. Colby is not going to all of a sudden turn into a power puncher. Usman has gotten better from that fight. Colby and Gilbert Burns should fight. I think Colby turned that fight down. But correct me if I'm wrong, man. That's funny. Chiesa. I mean, fucking Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall is a fucking autistic jiu-jitsu nerd. He's really good at jiu-jitsu, but just fucking go do grappling tournaments, dude. That dude literally runs. He will duck and run because he don't like getting hit. Yeah, it's funny. What's up, Jesus? Yeah. What fucking? Hold on, boys. I'm sorry, man. I gotta get a slice of pizza. I'll be right back, and we'll keep talking about these fights. But let me know, who would you guys? Okay, this is a good one. Let me know in the chat. 9 people in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Who would you guys like to see Kamaru Usman fight next? Who would you guys like to see Usman fight next? And who do you think has a chance of beating him, if anyone? I don't think anyone does. I think he's going to be champion for a couple of years. I think he's going to end up being the welterweight GOAT. But we'll see. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. What's up, y'all? I'm back. Sorry, dude. I had to. There's a lot of good little Italian delivery places where we live, and they all have good subs. They're not Philly cheesesteaks, but they're good cheesesteaks. A lot of them have really good pizza, good sandwiches. There's a ton of places like that around here, but we got pizza from one of our favorite joints like that. It is fucking dank. Yeah, I blocked him. He's just too fucking annoying. He's just too annoying, man. I just can't. He's just. It's fine. I don't care if he's in here. Like I can't see him, so I can't really block him. I don't think. But yeah, he's just annoying as fuck, man. He just won't fucking stop. He's just a troll. Maybe he's good. Maybe he's good at predicting, but like he's just so obnoxious with it. I just can't stand it. Well, here's the easy money fight. Okay, should fight the winner of Colby and Wonderboy. Do y'all remember who turned down the Gilbert Burns fight? Hell yeah, Bo. That Michael Chiesa, dude. Chiesa at welterweight is a strong motherfucker. That one arm Kimura on Carlos Khan, he just basically just like stepped over on his chest and grabbed his fucking wrist with one arm, just like, yeah. Just like pulled his arm backwards and just like made him tap. That shit was crazy, dude. Chiesa is a motherfucker, man. Michael Chiesa is a motherfucker. But I think Usman's striking and his wrestling will negate Chiesa's jiu-jitsu, because what Chiesa will do is he likes to strike to blitz you into takedowns, and Usman is just he'll stuff all that shit. And the jab, Chiesa trying to do that. His jab is so good now. He'll fuck Chiesa up with that jab. But no, Chiesa, if he can get it to the ground, it'll be interesting because he is such a good, strong grappler himself. But I think Usman's wrestling and his striking will get the better of Chiesa. Plus his cardio too, man. Chiesa, yeah, his cardio looked better, but dude, against Usman, nobody has better cardio than Usman. The only person that can come close is Colby, and Usman, it might not be quite as on Colby level, but he's bringing a whole lot more power, and it's pretty damn close. Like Usman works at a good clip, throwing heavy hands. You know what? You're getting on my nerves, Scott. Keep fucking with me. I'm gonna hide you. I'm just not in the mood tonight, man. I just want to talk about the fights. I don't want to do your like silly little trolling bullshit, man. I told you guys, man. That's why I timed you out before. I'm not with the drama and the shit starting and the instigating and the trolling. Like, even Jimmy is being cool, man. He's just talking about the fights. If Jimmy can be chill and not instigating, there's no reason you need to be, man. So I'm timing you out. If you fuck with me, if you keep fucking with me, dude, and you keep trolling, you keep trying to like start shit, and like if you're the whiz or whatever, just that dude's just annoying the fuck out of me, man. I just don't, just please, man. I'm just trying to talk about fights. I'm not trying to do little games and little trolling bullshit, man. You can take the trolling and dumb shit somewhere else. You timed out now, and I know you're still fucking lurking. If you come in here trying to do that little shit bullshit again, you're gone. So this is your last fucking warning. This is a place for chillness, man. Not a place for you play your little troll game so you can get off on your little like on working people up. I don't have beef with anybody, man. I don't want drama with anybody. I don't want beef with anybody. I just want to talk about fights, and movies, and video games, and comic books, and shit that I like. I want this to be a lounge where people can come and chill and forget about the bullshit, escape for a little bit. But yeah. But do y'all know who turned down the Gilbert Burns fight? Was it Colby or Leon Edwards? I think Leon Edwards turned down the Wonder Boy fight. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, easy dub for Jimmy. Jimmy would do it like Happy Gilmore style. He just like breaks the bottle on the bar and sticks the fucking jagged piece in Usman's neck. Usman goes, I'd love to see you try. Let's do it. It's on the golf course. Jimmy shank his ass. Leon. So Leon turned down the Gilbert Burns fight. That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. So he turned down the Gilbert Burns fight, but he took the Bilal Muhammad fight. That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. See, I thought it was Colby too. I thought Leon Edwards turned down Wonder Boy because I think they were trying to give Leon Edwards Wonder Boy, and I think that he knew that Wonder Boy might have something for him. So he was like, nah, I'm waiting for it. But then he takes the fight with Muhammad. So that's fucking weird. That's a little weird to me. Leon Edwards, like, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. Leon Edwards is a good fighter. He's very talented. He's very skilled. He's super well-rounded. He's not bad in any area. But he's not super, like, crazy good in any area either. He's just one of those, like, he's not lacking in anything, man. He has good grappling, good jiu-jitsu, good striking, but he's not like, oh my God, he's such an incredible striker. Like, he's a really good single striker. He has a good jab. He has a good knee, really good knee. He has good, really powerful single strikes, but he's not a very good combination striker, and he's just kind of a point fighter. So you're not going to win that game against Wonder Boy. You are not going to fucking win that game against Wonder Boy. I would see Wonder Boy. I think he was probably, if he's trying to get a title shot, he was probably smart to turn down that fight. But maybe he's thinking, okay, I can beat Bilal Muhammad, which I'm leaning Edwards in that fight. Okay, you're probably thinking, okay, I can beat Bilal Muhammad and then maybe get myself a title eliminator, which I think Wonder Boy would be, but that's just weird, man. Like, I guess he realizes the welterweight is kind of thin. And it's just kind of starting to become like a carousel, like a round robin of contenders, like it's like a contender turnstile. But yeah, that's Leon and Bilal Muhammad. So what? That's a weird fight, dude. That's a weird fight to me. What's Muhammad ranked? That's not going to rock it. That's like a placeholder fight, dude. That's weird, man. That's fucking weird, dude. He is. He's a good grappler. He's good everywhere. Leon Edwards is like solid everywhere. He doesn't have like a lot of holes in his game. He can be hurt, but he's not like really super chinny. He's very well-rounded. I'll say that. He's one of the most well-rounded fighters, especially welterweight. But I don't see him having anything for Kamaru Usman. I think Usman's a better striker at this point. His leg got chewed up over the weekend. Talking about Bilal. Yeah. I know, man. I was impressed with Bilal's tenacity, but yeah, he was just eating that fucking kick from Lima. Lima looked huge, dude. Lima looked so much bigger than I remember him being. Like, I'm sure that was I mean, the Limas can throw leg kicks too, man. Like Douglas Lima has ridiculous leg kicks, and so does his brother. So Diego is throwing those fucking hard leg kicks. And yeah, man, I gotta go Edwards, man. I gotta go Leon Edwards. Because Leon Edwards has really good low kicks too. Really good low kicks. I don't see Bilal Muhammad winning that fight. Jimmy said UFC wanted to put on a massive pay-per-view with their 5 biggest money fights all on the same card. What do you think it would look like? Just money fights? I'm just going to throw out some names. Nate Diaz, Masvidal, Adesanya, Connor, this really sells, man. Active fighter. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, Jimmy. 5 biggest money fights. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. I would actually have to think about that one a little bit. Jones versus Izzy. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, Smith. Let's talk a little bit. Let us shoot the shit a little bit on the heavyweight title picture. This whole John Jones, quote unquote, going to heavyweight. I really, truly think that, and I could be wrong, I could definitely be wrong about this, because I will say that because this is the truth. John Jones has been selling heavyweight wolf tickets. He has been bullshitting about going to heavyweight for like 8 fucking years. He could be serious about it this time. I'll give him that. This is the closest I've come to believing that he could actually be fighting, because Dana announced it. He said that he's getting the winner, but a lot can happen between now and then. So I'm not 100% convinced that it's going to go down without a hitch. I'll say that. I'm not 100% convinced that John is going to end up fighting heavyweight because of this. Especially, I'll have a harder time believing it too, especially if Francis wins. I know that might sound kind of weird because it's like, oh, well, John will just out-grapple Francis. I'm telling you, man, Stipe at 38, 39, I think that's a little bit of an easier fight for Jones than Francis. I'll be honest with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. And a lot of people are going to disagree on this, but Francis is going to knock Stipe out in the first round. Stipe is a better fighter. He's the more experienced fighter. He's a more well-rounded fighter. He has a higher fight IQ. On paper, Stipe is better than Francis in almost every category. And I think Francis is going to knock him out. Because what a lot of people are saying is that, oh, well, Francis can't have gotten good enough with his grappling to be able to deal with Stipe, what Stipe had for him in the first fight. Fair point. The other thing, that is a fair point. Like, Stipe will always be the better grappler. He will always be the more well-rounded fighter. He'll always be the more technical boxer. He'll always be all those things. Stipe is the heavyweight GOAT. This is not disrespect to Stipe Miocic. Stipe is a heavyweight GOAT. And between those fights, yes, Francis could not have gotten that much better. But do you know what else happened between those 3 fights? Stipe had a trilogy war with Daniel Cormier. And in one of them, he got fucking knocked out cold. And in the other 2, he took quite a bit of damage. And the other thing what happened was he aged about 1 to 2 years. And I know heavyweight, it's heavyweight. You can have success at an older age. Cormier was 40, 41. All those things are true. All those things are true. Here's what else is true. Stipe is going to be a little bit older, a little bit slower. Francis will still have the power. And while I think that Stipe won't be slow as molasses, he's not going to get in there and look like he aged overnight. But I think that little bit is going to make the difference. In a game of inches, I think that he'll be just a little bit slower than he was in the first fight. And I think he'll be just a little bit less durable. And I think that when Francis hits him clean this time, it's going to drop him. So I got Francis by first round knockout. I could even see it being like a one puncher. He took a lot of damage against Cormier, like a lot, dude. But I don't know, man. I understand the argument for Stipe is the better fighter. Stipe is definitely the better fighter. He has a better resume. On paper, all the accolades, all the superlatives, all that shit goes to Stipe. But the one thing that two things that Francis has going for him is not youth, that he's young, but he has the age advantage. He has the power advantage. The speed will be close. He will probably have a little bit of a speed advantage too. And if Stipe did have the speed advantage in the first fight, that gap will have narrowed because you don't get faster as you get older. That's the one thing. He's not going to be slow as molasses, but he's not going to be faster. Stipe is not going to be faster than he was in the first fight. Francis will be around the same speed. Stipe I think he's going to be a little bit slower. I think he's not a lot, but enough to where the little bit of I think Francis is going to knock him out. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, y'all might have some better. Izzy Jones, Masvidal, Connor. Yep. Colby Maz. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Oh yeah, big time. Colby would just he would just decision the fuck out of him. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. And I like that shit that Cejudo. I like Cejudo so much more now that he's not fighting. I kind of wish he would come back, man. He's so much more likable to me, like as just a shit talker and just being on the outside now, just more of an analyst kind of dude. He's growing on me. But Ferg, yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, anything Diaz, anything, you just gotta think about the most popular fighters and well, yeah, he does. Yep, that's right. Smith knows, man. I am a salty boy for life. He won that fucking second fight. He lost the first one. Fair enough. Fair and square. He lost the first one, but he won that second fight. He won that second fight for sure. Yeah, I think so, Bubba. It'll be disappointing. Yeah. Ortega might be champ though. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Hey, that's real shit. That's real fucking talk. Because I think Volkanovski is the most fraudulent champion. I think he's the one that's most likely to lose his title next. I could be totally wrong about that, but I think Usman will. These are just guesses. This could be totally wrong. Usman could lose his next fight. Volkanovski could win his next 10 and have like 10 title defenses. But I think that Volkanovski will end up losing his title sooner rather than later because featherweight, ooh wee buddy. There are some motherfuckers at featherweight. And Volkanovski, man, the names are good on his record, but his wins, man, the actual wins themselves, they're like decision over Aldo, decision over Max, and then even sketchier decision over Max that a lot of people think he lost. Like, he's kind of a fraudulent champion. He's a champion, fine. I want to call him a champion, fine. He's a champion. He's kind of a fraud, though. As much as a champion, like, he's still a good fighter. He's definitely he's a great fighter. Volkanovski's a great fighter, but as far as a champion goes, I think he's kind of a fraud. I think he's going to lose his title eventually. I don't know if Usman's going to lose his title for a little while. Like I said, the opposite could be true, and I could look real stupid, but I don't know, man. I think that Volkanovski is cruising for a bruising. Man, I know it was such a quick decline. Like, I think Usman broke him, dude. I think Usman mentally broke Tyron Woodley, and he just was never he just won't never the same since. Because since that fight, he was looking great before that, dude. He beat Wonder Boy, dropped and clubbed and sub Till when Till was on a tear, and dude, it just, man, just to see his the decision loss to Usman, then an even worse decision loss to Burns, and then an even worse one to Colby. It was just worse and worse and worse. Just damn, quick and hard, dude. Fuck, man. Quick and hard, brother. I've been there. But for heavyweight, is Jones. I think Jones is more likely to take the fight and to be a heavyweight if Francis loses. If Stipe goes out there and schools him again, I think that John Jones will probably fight Stipe and probably take the belt. But if Francis wins, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when the fight is officially announced. Dana has said that he's going to get the winner, but I'll believe it when I fucking see it, man. I'll believe it when I see that fight announced. Because John Jones did this before, powerlifting, and I don't know. Let's see what y'all saying. After releasing his hit single, "I'll Beat Your Ass." Yep. That was it's the price he paid for fame. For it's like a deal. He must have made a deal with the devil or something, man. Traded rap skills for fighting skills. But is it a decline, or was he just slightly overrated at the time? Thinking about those fights, I mean, no, man. He beat Wonder Boy when Wonder Boy was in his prime. I mean, look at Wonder Boy now, dude. Now, Woodley was a good fighter. Woodley gets underrated, and not bad, but Usman, Burns, Colby. Those are still three of the top welterweights. This is how I feel about Tyron Woodley. He was a good champion. He had a good run. He defended his title faithfully. He beat Damian Maia. He knocked out my dude Robbie Lawler. He beat Wonder Boy, dropped Wonder Boy, hurt him in both fights. He was legit. Tyron Woodley was legit. Usman's win over him was legit. Burns' win over him is legit. Colby's win. I mean, Woodley is not a bad fighter, but he lost his championship edge. So he went from being a dominant champion to a middle of the pack, gatekeeper, that dude. That. Champion to gatekeeper really quickly. And dude, he's on his way to being, I don't know, you can't really ever comment. He was a champion, but yeah, for me, it's weird with Woodley. I think, look, he's cringy as fuck sometimes with some of the shit that he says, and he's a terrible rapper, and he's very unlikable outside of the cage. But as far as, he kind of gets underrated as a fighter, man. The thing with him was he won the title at an older age. He won the title at an older age, but he did defend it. He had 2 or 3 title defenses. So yeah, Woodley was legit. I mean, it was against Wonder Boy when Wonder Boy was on a roll, And yeah, I give Woodley credit for the champion that he was, but like Usman broke him, dude. Usman broke that motherfucker in half. He ragdolled him, control like I think that's what it was, man. Usman controlled him so much in that fight. He pushed him around. Woodley couldn't do shit. He just put him wherever he wanted to, whatever position he wanted to, held him up against the fence, like hit him a bunch to the body, dumped him, like, oh dude, he really like big brothered him in that fight for 5 rounds, and he just hasn't looked the same since. But yeah, part of it is the fact that he's old, but I will give credit where it's due with Tyron Woodley. Like, he's been around for a little while. He's had some good wins. I don't know. Indeed. He was. Indeed, no. Well put. Well put. Yep, max all day, Bo. Cardio. Yep. Yeah, Bo. Ebo. Let's see what you guys are saying. I skipped on me. Nick says Volkanovski is the Aussie. He says he's going to reign on high. I like it. I like the enthusiasm, man. I tell you what, Australians are very loyal to their fighters, man. I argue with Whitaker stans all the time. I'm an Usman stan, and I do not really like Adesanya or Robert Whitaker, but Adesanya, man, Adesanya is probably well, no, Adesanya is New Zealand. I know he's a New Zealander, and that's different. I know it's different. I know it's not the same country. But yeah, I argue with a lot of Whitaker fans. But yeah, Volkanovski, he will, I think, be either beaten by Ortega or beaten by Max in the third fight. Ortega, yeah, see, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see Ortega beat him, and then, yeah, that'll be an interesting fight, man. That'll be real interesting. Smith says, I disagree. Dana won't be forking it out on a Stipe fight. Francis and Jones, imagine the hype. Yes, but I think the problem will be with Jones. Dana would love that. Yeah, like that'll make more money, but I think the problem will be with Jones. I think he's looking for favorable matchups at heavyweight. I think this is just my opinion. This is just my 2 cents on it. But I think that he's looking for an excuse to leave light heavyweight because light heavyweight is getting younger and more dangerous. Like skill-wise, like they're not the most technical guys, but it's getting more technical, and light heavyweight, the top 10 at light heavyweight is just all younger, fast, powerful kickboxers. And I think Jones has been like starting to wilt to that a little more than he was before. Like even an older guy like Santos, Reyes, like they gave him some close fights, dude. And so I think he's realizing like the division isn't getting any younger. Sooner rather than later, he's going to take a loss at light heavyweight. And I think he's kind of like picking his spots. He's been biding his time, kind of aging some of the guys out at heavyweight, looking for the right time to go up there. Because John's no spring chicken himself. John's like 33, 32 or 33. So, yeah, and light heavyweight is just getting a little younger. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, the hype, the pay-per-view, the demand will be there. Absolutely. You're right about that. The demand will absolutely be more with Francis than it will be for Stipe. But will Jones actually take that fight? Like he says it is not bothering him, but like he said he was going to do it before and didn't happen. And they're like, and then he did all that bull. He pulled that stunt where it was like, oh, well, they said they won't give me my money, my contract. And like, John, we will give you the money. If you fucking go up to heavyweight for the heavyweight title, we will give you fucking bank. But he didn't want to do that for whatever reason. So that's why I'm like, I'll believe it when I fucking hear it. The dude's been saying it since fucking Kane was champion. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in Francis Stipe. I think Francis is going to knock him out. But even if Stipe wins, we got to see what happens. Will Jones actually pull the trigger and fight? Or will there be some more bullshit? Will there be some more, oh, negotiations fell apart or whatever? Because you're supposed to fight Francis before. So what the fuck? Well, boys, I think I'm going to go until the 2:30 mark, the 2 hour and 30-minute mark. What do you think about that? 15 more minutes. See what you guys are saying in the chat. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Nick, Noah, Smith, Bo. Jack was in here earlier. Jack's probably asleep now. The General, of course. Nikki Elbows. Oh, there's Jack right there. Excuse me. Oh, God. Good. My God, do I apologize, Jack. Let's see. Woodley got so comfortable fighting with his back to the cage the whole time and getting away with his title run. It was, yeah, that was always the thing with him too. Like that equalizer when he was a little bit younger and still had the speed with it. Because man, when he was younger, that T Wood bomb was a motherfucker. When he was in his early to mid 30s, that thing was a motherfucker, dude. But yeah, like it got him out of trouble a lot. Even in high level striking affairs, like with Wonder Boy, it got him out of trouble because he hurt Wonder Boy like a motherfucker. But now it's like it's a little bit younger, like Colby, Usman, and even Burns, a little bit younger than Woodley. So yeah, for him, it's kind of just over, man. He did his thing. No one can. He was champion. He defended the title a couple times. No one can take that from him, man. So yeah, I think he had like what 2 title defenses or 3? No, yeah, 3 because he retained the title in the draw. Then he beat Wonder Boy in the rematch. So that was 1 title defense. Then Damian, I think, was the next one, right? And then Till. So yeah, 3 title defenses. Yeah, for sure. He broke him. I think he broke him. Yeah, that's a good fight, man. That's a good fight for him. That's because I think that's a winnable fight. If Woodley lets his hands go, he will knock out Vicente Luque. Yeah, it's hard to trust Woodley, but if he lets his hands go, man, I don't know. Vicente Luque is not on the same level as Burns or Colby or Usman. So that's a close fight, man. That's a winnable fight for Woodley. But he has to, that's the thing though, is like where is he at mentally? Kind of like what I was going back to before. Like sometimes you don't have to be the better fighter. If you're like that broken and that like just not with it, I don't know, man. I mean, I know Woodley isn't like chinny like Eddie Wineland, but Luque is a step down. Luque is a winnable fight for Woodley, but it's hard to trust Woodley to, like you guys said, to fucking pull the trigger or I don't know, man. He's fought like that for so long. Can he really adjust? But Luque is so hittable, man. And he's starting to show some vulnerabilities in his chin, too. So don't be surprised if Woodley pulls one last fucking T Wood bomb out of the hat and gives him the old T Wood right hand. But yeah, it's a tough fight to pick. You know, probably leaning Luque. I don't know though, man. Especially if, Woodley. If Woodley's an underdog, I don't know. Something to think about. Okay, all day. Usman dominated Woodley. He wants to get paid. Yeah, he has. He has, man. He just like rolling the dice against guys like Rakic and Yuri and even like Vulcan. Like those are powerful, light heavyweights that have like Vulcan isn't super fast, but he has heavy hands, man. He almost knocked out Yuri, and Yuri is a motherfucker. And like, dude, Rakic and even Jimmy Crute, man. John. Okay, so I can't remember if it was Nick or Noah. I can't remember who said it. Maybe Smith. That Woodley's part of the older generation. I think John is kind of that way too now. I know that John was a lot younger compared to those guys, but I think that John is now like it's getting to the point where he's the older guy. He's getting to be the older guy. And I think he sees this as his opportunity to get some big money fights, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, John goes in there, gets knocked out by Francis. Like, is he going to end it like that? Like, is that how he's going to go out? Like, all that dominance at light heavyweight in your last fight is a knockout loss by Francis Ngannou, and then you're going to stay at heavyweight? I don't know. It's interesting, but John, like, I don't know. It's weird. John is a weird one with me. Like, I don't like the guy at all. I understand and recognize and respect what a good fighter he is and what a high fight IQ he has and what a cold-blooded sociopathic killer he is in the octagon. But he's some of the things that made him dangerous and like super dominant are not there anymore. Like the creativity with explosive strikes, and that's understandable, man. You're not going to be the same human being at 33 as you are at 23. It just doesn't work that way. But even still, like, these light heavyweights are fucking killers. So it ain't gonna be sweet for John there. Now heavyweight is older. You have more opportunities to beat older fighters, but you're also talking about big boys, man. Big boys that hit really hard, that are a good bit bigger and more powerful than the guys he's been fighting. John Jones has made his career fighting about half middleweights. Not all of them, but, you know, Chael, Machida, Santos, Anthony Smith. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm just not 100% convinced he's going to do it. Call me crazy. I'm definitely crazy, but call me super crazy for thinking that, for still thinking that he's selling wolf tickets and bullshit. Because this is not the first time he's done this. This is like the third or fourth or fifth time he's done this. Like, yeah, man. He'll say, put out some tweet. Oh yeah, heavyweight. Here comes heavyweight. Or like, he'll do the thought like, oh, versus Kane. He used to do that. Kane. You know, heavyweight. Get everybody excited. Like, nah. I think I just need to just continue my dominance. And now he's backing himself into a corner a little bit. Because now it's like it's shit or get off the pot time, motherfucker. Because the walls are closing in at light heavyweight, and heavyweight's still heavyweight. The dangers at heavyweight are always going to be there. It doesn't matter how the top heavyweights are skilled, and they all hit way harder than anyone that he's been fighting ever. Like, way fucking harder. They might not be quite as fast, but dude, they fucking crack, man. If Reyes is hurting you and Thiago Santos is hurting you, better fucking believe Francis Ngannou can hurt you. Better believe Alexander Volkov can hurt you. You see what I'm getting with this? You get my drift? It's either you or me out there on the board. You get my drift? See what I'm saying? It's true. He did bulk up before, though. He was powerlifting before when he got suspended. Yeah, how are you still awake, Jack? Isn't it like fucking 3 in the morning there or something? 2 or 3 in the morning? Props to you for fucking hanging in the chat, bro. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't. Francis will just rah, and just he just needs to land one. He needs to fight like exactly. Can he? I don't know. Maybe he can. Maybe he goes out there, takes down Francis, and just ground and pounds him into the mantle of the earth, and goes on to be a dominant heavyweight champion. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, man. It wouldn't be the first time, sure won't be the last, but I don't know, man. John, look, John has been, you can't deny what John has done to this point, but Father Time is undefeated. That man is 32 going on 33, and he has been looking less and less and less dominant with each passing performance. So he probably thinks heavyweight is a little bit better, a little bit sweeter than light heavyweight, but like I said, you still have the same problems. You still have some of the same issues. So yeah, and like I don't know, man. We'll talk some more about that. You know, maybe like next Monday or something. But tomorrow is going to be strictly UFC Blades versus Lewis talk. I'm going to give my official picks and we can just chop it up about that. I'll open up the panel early. I know I said I was going to do that today, but today was all fucked up, man. This week has been fucked up. But I will. I'll open up the panel early tomorrow. Like I said, I'm probably going to stream. Jack, if you're still awake, I'm probably streaming around 4:20. So if you want to hop in, I know that's not super late your time. That's like 9 or 10 or something. But yeah, that's tomorrow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, boys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. But there's 11 people, 12 people in the building. I know it sucks, man. I hate to. Maybe I'll keep going a little bit more. Shit, there's 12 people in the building. 12 people in the building. I'll tell you what. We'll keep going a little bit. When it dips, when the viewership dips, I will dip. Cool. Sounds good, Jack. 2 a.m. Oh yeah, I forget you're in the UK too, Smith says too. Well, man, shit, I appreciate you hanging too, Smiths. Forgot about that, man. Yeah. Salute to the fucking UK crew, man, for hanging tough, man. I mean, it's only a little after 9 here on the East Coast. Tell you what, though, it was fucked up weather today, man. It was like sleet and man, I'll go ahead and tell you boys this. It was a rough day today. There was a weird smell coming out of the furnace, coming out of the heater, and it's up in our attic. So I had to fucking call my landlord. He's an electrician, and he, had to take time out of his day, So it was just he like I know he didn't want to come over here and look at it, but it's just like tough shit, dude. Like we ain't, the house isn't gonna burn down because you don't want to look at it. But anyway, he like it's up in the attic, so like he had to like crawl up in the attic. But he said that he didn't smell anything. He put his nose right up to it and didn't smell nothing, and said everything was okay. So it's so far so good, but it was making a weird fucking sound, like all of a sudden out of nowhere. Like it wasn't the first time we'd fired it up, and we hadn't like flicked on the emergency heat. We hadn't the heat had just been steady. Like we had just had the heat on like a steady like 65, 66, and it just started making a weird you ever know like when you're if you're vacuuming and like it starts to overheat or you get something caught in it and it's still running and like it starts to get that funky smell, like that kind of like a electrical burning smell kind of. Well, that's the smell it was making. So my Lady TwoCents freaked out understandably, and so I had to call the landlord and deal with that, and it was not fun. So today was all fucked up. And she had a long day at work on top of that, so she won't feeling it. She won't feeling it. Understandably, but yeah, man, I think that this is going to be a good fight card, dude. I like that there's a lot of fights. I think they should just be doing it. I think they should just be loading up fight cards as much as they can because you can pretty much assume that at least one of them is going to fall out because of COVID. But yeah, I'm excited to get a big ass fight card like this. Like, not, name value wise, but just a lot of fights. It's just tight. Take a couple more rips here. Jack says he'll be down, but yeah, man. Well, I guess we can. Let me see. What's the main or the co-main again? What's the co-main in this jank? UFC schedule. Vieira versus Yana. Man, what is with these fucking like weak ass women's fights for co-main events? What the fuck, man? Um, UFC schedule. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn, 10 fights on the prelims. That's insane. And still just 5 on the main card. Yeah, it's wild. We didn't really talk about. We'll talk about. Well, I guess we can talk a little bit about Oleinik and Dawkins. We can talk a little bit about that before I get out of here, if you'd like. Boys, I think that I'm probably going to end up going with Chris Dawkins, to tell you the truth. I understand what a submission threat Oleinik is, but I think Chris Dawkins is going to knock this dude out. Dawkins has some of the better boxing at heavyweight. He's fast for a heavyweight. And I think he's just going to fucking put a nice little 1-2 on old Lexi's chin, maybe an uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Maybe saying like a 1-2 uppercut left hook, something like that. Wow. Little crow hop 1-2. Slip the counter, uppercut left hook. Something like that. I don't know. That'd be tight though. I think Dawkins will hurt him though and get the finish. I get that Oleinik is way, 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 way more experienced and is a much better submission grappler. But and if he gets taken down, it could get hairy. But Dawkins isn't a scrub on the ground. He has a black belt. He's not better than Oleinik, but I think he can probably do okay enough to not get subbed. But we'll see. Yeah, I like Dawkins here. You guys liking that one? Vieira, Kunitskaya. Thursday, more shitty co-mains coming out. Christ. Awesome. Dawkins, yeah. Yep, exactly. I agree. Haas versus Imavov. Yeah, that was a tough one. When I broke that fight down for the last time they were going to fight, I went with Nasruddin Imavov, and I see no reason to switch the pick. So I'm going with Imavov. I'm going with Imavov over Haas. But yeah, that's just what I think. So, real quick before I get out of here, and I'm just going to save the main event for tomorrow. I'll just save the full breakdown on that for tomorrow. But let's talk a little bit about this Israel Adesanya Jan Blachowicz fight. Let's talk a little bit about that before I get out of here. Let's talk about that for a few minutes, boys. And I truly appreciate all y'all being in here. 9 o'clock on a Thursday, 9:15. But let's talk a little bit about that shit. What do y'all think about Blachowicz Adesanya? Stylebender versus Polish Power. You think Stylebender pieces him up? Or do you think Jan connects with that Polish Power? Or do you think he takes him down and subs him? Or do you think Adesanya just pieces him up for 5 rounds and wins a dominant decision? You said it, Bo. You said it, Bobo. Tough. Tough pick. Tough pick, my dude. So tough that I think I'm going to have to take a... You want the stroke is Binger. Would love to know what you boys think about it. Adesanya versus Jan Blachowicz. It's not. I think it's pretty damn close to 50-50. The Jan's left hook could be a problem for Adesanya. Jan has a good jab, too. Jan has a good jab. So, I don't know if... Man, I don't know if Adesanya hits as hard as like Thiago Santos and Jimmy Manuel. Like he's a better fighter than those guys, I think. But I don't know if he hits as hard as them. I don't know, man. Like you never know. You never know because Adesanya's put on the weight too. But is his body used to having that weight on? Like, is it going to be? Is all that extra muscle going to make him a little bit more tired than he usually is? See that with heavyweight boxers sometimes, man. They put on more mass and they bulk up to be bigger and stronger, but I don't know. It's 2 different sports, so that's not a good comparison. But I'm just wondering, like, is Adesanya gonna be the same dude at middleweight or at light heavyweight as he is at middleweight? I just think that's such a good division for him. Same with Usman. I think Usman would be like maybe a bit of an undersized middleweight. I mean, he is a huge welterweight, but I mean, he would be jacked as a motherfucker. But I don't know, man. Adesanya, he looks very fit. He looks ready. Like, I'm not saying that. He's not used to that division. He's not used to the power of that division. Like, he didn't even fight in kickboxing in middleweight, did he? Could be wrong about that. Maybe he fought at like heavyweight or something, but I don't know, man. Not on this level. If he has fought at light heavyweight before, it's not been anyone like Jan Blachowicz. Now, I know that Jan can be knocked out too. Jan's been knocked out like 3 times. So Adesanya can win this fight. Adesanya can win this fight by first round knockout. He could, he'll probably be a little faster than Jan. And I can see him Jan getting pieced up, but I don't know, man. People think Adesanya is like invincible, dude. It's just not true. The guy's been hurt before. The guy got buzzed by Derek Brunson. He's been knocked out cold before. I know that Alex Pereira is like the greatest striker that's ever lived. He's the greatest, like, Alex Pereira could knock out Francis Ngannou. I know Alex Pereira is like, because he knocked out Adesanya, he's the greatest kickboxer that's ever lived in the history of the world. But that shit's not true either. Like, he's definitely one of the best kickboxers, but he's lost fights too. He's got knocked out before too. He's not undefeated. He's not unbeatable. Adesanya stands will throw that argument out there so much. Well, Pereira's this and that, and this and that, and this and that. You want to look at Pereira's record? Let's look at Alex Pereira's record. 9 and 0 in his last 10 fights. 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 9 and 0 in his Padeva. Padeva. He is an elite fighter, to be sure. I'm not saying that. But the fact that people are saying that Jan can't knock Adesanya out or Jan can't beat him, that's just stand talk. It really is. It's a close fight. It's a very close fight. Yep. 2016, knocked out by Artur Kashenko. Artur Kashenko, he's been knocked out 4 times himself. Decision loss to Wilness. Decision loss to Levin. Knocked out by Wilness. Adesanya lost to Wilness too. Everyone says he won that fight. Wilness won that fight, man. Wilness hurt Adesanya. He landed the more damaging shots. Everyone's like, Adesanya got robbed in every one of his losses but the Pereira one because they can't possibly argue against that. But I will say he got robbed in the Marcus fight. I will give you that. He did get robbed in the Marcus fight. He beat Simon Marcus, but he did not beat Jason Wilness, man. That's fucking bullshit. Jason Wilness cracked Adesanya a couple times in that fight, dude, and really backed him up. And yeah, Wilness won that fight to me. Justly won that fight. I'm not saying it wasn't a close fight, but he did more damage in that fight than Adesanya did. But regardless, it's a tough fight. Adesanya is probably one of the best strikers, if not the best striker in the UFC. He will end up being the middleweight GOAT. But I'm telling you what, man, just like John Jones, he does not want to be rolling that dice at light heavyweight. Them boys can crack up there. And I mean crack. And they're fast too. And they're bigger. And they hit harder. So, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, Jan is like one of the older guys too, I think. Like him and Santos, they're 2 of the older guys. And like, that's probably like 2 of John's easiest matchups at light heavyweight. So, I don't know, man. For Adesanya, same deal. Jan and Santos start fucking around Rakic and Jimmy Crute, and I don't know, man. Like I don't know. He could probably take care of Crute, but start fucking around with Ankalaev and Rakic and some of those guys, man. He's rolling the fucking dice, dude. Rakic and Jiri and even Volkan, Ankalaev. Roll that dice if you want to, man, but you rolling the dice. Know that. You ain't going to mow through those guys like you're going to do at middleweight. I think middleweight is his division, man. I think he'll just dominate that fucking division, dude. But light heavyweight, he could, but they're way, way, way more dangerous fights. In my opinion. Oh, you already know. That fucking jab, that fucking broomstick. You got somebody putting a broomstick like that in your face, you're going to have a long fucking night, man. Because you saw what he did. You can knock people out with a jab. You can fucking break people's noses, open that mouth up, makes it a knockout easier. You can fucking bust their mouth up, bust their eye up. You can fuck people up with a jab, man. And it's such a disruptive punch. You saw what Usman did. Like, he established the jab. So the first time that he dropped Gilbert in the second round, he had been using the jab at the end of the first round and into the second so that he'd made the threat of the jab already aware to him. So then we started doing his jab feinting, and Usman bit on a jab feint, and it drew out Gilbert's own jab. Like Usman jabbed, so he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna jab you back." And when Gilbert threw out his jab, Usman just pull countered him. Like he pulled Gilbert's jab out and then countered, and it fucked Gilbert up with that right hand. So Usman, it's not just the jab, but once you establish the jab, the threat of the jab, you can start putting your feints in there with it. It's the first punch you learn in boxing. It's one of the most effective punches. Everything works off of it. It's such a deadly weapon, offensively and defensively. And you got a guy like Whitman who does like ridiculous tape study. He's gonna fuck people up, man. If he stays with Whitman, he's gonna fuck people up. For real. Whitman, like his striking, coaching ability, and his footwork coaching is like, now I will say this, Usman was vulnerable a couple times when he switched into southpaw, but he's going to get better with that stance switching too. Because you saw he dropped Gilbert with the right hand jab too in the third round. 30 seconds in, it was so funny too, man. DC's like in between round 2 and 3, he's like, but this fight is far from over. He's like, this fight is far from over. 30 fucking seconds later, like Usman drops him with the right-handed jab from southpaw, and it's like it's over. I thought that was funny, but yeah, dude, ain't nobody beating Usman. Ain't nobody beating Kamaru Usman, man. He's too fucking good. I'm seriously thinking about it, dude. I'm seriously thinking about it. What's up, Ear? We chilling, bro. Chilling. Talking UFC. Yeah, but I'm just not talking about the drama or the beefing. I don't have a beef or a problem with anybody. So from here on out, it's just gonna be chillery on my channel, just talking about fights and movies and nerd shit, and I don't know, man. Just kind of cooling out. But yeah, a bunch of shit went down, a bunch of drama went down. I'm not gonna get back into it, but yeah, I wish everyone the best. Nothing but love and good vibes to everyone out there is what I say. Let me see what Alex said right here. Never seen anyone so dominant with just jabs. Yep, he did, man. He really did. Like, he was consistent with it, and you can make it into a weapon. It's literally the first fucking punch that you learn. Most damn near any boxing coach, first day you walk into boxing class, that's the one you're going to use. In most codes, like when people say like 1-2, like 1-2-3, 1-2-1-2, the one is usually always the jab. The one, first one. Almost every boxing fight starts with the war. Who's going to win the battle of the jab? You meet in the center and you start the battle of the jab. You don't see a lot of boxers, especially like in like welterweight, middleweight. You don't see them come out a lot and just start throwing crazy combinations and throwing like naked right hands and just like doing crazy shit like that. They set up the jab first. You establish the jab. It's such an underutilized weapon. With those 4-ounce gloves, you can really start to bust people up with it a lot sooner than you would with like 12 ounces or 10 ounces. So yeah, it's crazy that like the first punch you learn in boxing class is so underutilized in MMA. And to see Usman win the fight, like Alex said, with pretty much just his jab, like that's what Whitman said to him. He knew that was the path to victory. You could see even when, so he hurts Usman in the first round for some reason that I will never understand, goes to the ground stays on the ground after he gets his kick blocked for like 2 minutes, lets Usman recover, and then he finally gets back up and Usman goes right to work with a jab. Like immediately for the last 2 minutes of the round. Between rounds 1 and 2, Whitman is like dude, he's so good at the talk on the stool talk to the fighter. Like he said something like, we're gonna pick up the pace in the later rounds. He's like, but for right now, he's like something, he's like, one more, sharp. And he said right before he walked away, like right before they took the stool and everything, or as they were taking the stool. I mean, I said it on the recap stream. He goes, you're champion because you jab. It's because you jab, baby. Telling you, man, Whitman knows how to get his fighters to respond. He knows what to say to get his fighter to stick to the game plan. That's why he doesn't have a lot of fighters. He only works with fighters that he knows he can get to listen to him, and they will, you know, he can listen to them, they can listen to him. Like it's hard to describe, but like you see with Gaethje, you see with Rose, you see it like with Usman. When he tells them what to do, they fucking do it. Because the dude is obsessive with tape study and footwork. Shout out to Brendan Dorman MMA. He did a great video on breaking down how Kamaru Usman took care of Gilbert Burns. I definitely recommend it. Brendan Dorman is, to me, the best analyst. The most cerebral, like, fight analyst. I think he's an MMA coach himself, and he's trained with a bunch of like famous coaches and stuff. But yeah, he's the real fucking deal, man. If you like technical, like skill for skill, shot for shot, play for play, play by play breakdowns on like the combinations and the setups and all that shit, Brendan Dorman is about as good as you can get. But he did an awesome video on that shit. And yeah, it's the jab, like Alex said, the jab is like he won the fight pretty much with the jab. Dropped him with a jab from orthodox and from southpaw. And it's just Usman just being a fucking beast too. But yeah, Usman and Whitman together, man, that's a dynamic duo, man. And with Usman, and with Whitman, you're gonna be in Colorado. You're gonna be training at altitude. And Usman's cardio is already beast, so he's gonna have that dank cardio. Oh, no sweat. No sweat here, man. Yeah, it's like I said, there's no problems over here, man. There's no beef, there's no drama over here with me, with anybody, man. I have no problem with anyone. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to keep. That's the vibe I want to keep on this channel. I want to just kind of be like a chill lounge, man, where we can kind of like get away from the bullshit, you know, talk some fights, talk some, you know, like I said, some nerd shit. I got a schedule out that I'll put out on Twitter. But it's going to be my weekly schedule. So Monday is going to be UFC review and preview, like review the previous card, preview the next card for the upcoming weekend. Tuesday will be TC's Entertainment Center. So I'll talk some video games, different video games. I'll highlight a comic book character, and I will review a movie or two. So that'll be like nerd day, basically, where I just nerd the fuck out and do comic book and movie shit. That'll be Tuesday. Wednesday will be music day. I'll come up with a name for that, like the jam session or something, I think is what I came up with. But that'll be, I might start doing album reviews, but at the very least, we'll be totally dedicated to talking about music. Thursday will be the podcast with my wife, Lady TwoCents. And then Friday will be UFC picks and fight hype for that weekend. So that's going to be my schedule. But yeah, no worries. No worries. I know people have lives and jobs, and it just is what it is, man. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping through here for sure, man. Welcome anytime. And yeah, that's going to be my schedule. So I think focusing on a little something different every day. And you know, some people are going to be more interested in something than others, but that's why I wanted to put out a schedule, because it's hard for me. Like, I'm such a space case, and like I'm so ADD that it just helps. That helps me focus. Yep. Very safe, very effective. Yep. Nothing flashy. But yeah, he's getting better with his counter striking. With Whitman, you can see it, man. Alex says what's up. Nick says what's up. The Sense Dome. Yeah. More like the Sense Lounge. The Sense Lounge. Dome implies combat and battle. This is this I'll call it the Sense Lounge, but I like that. That's funny. Um Brendan Dorman MMA. Brendan Dorman. Yeah, he I know he trained with Henzo Gracie for a while. He's done jujitsu for a while. I think he was a Golden Gloves boxer when he was younger. And I know that he's trained with Henry Hoof some too. But yeah, he's legit, man. He's like probably my favorite analyst. A lot of people say Luke Thomas. A lot of people say King Donk. But for me, it's Brendan Dorman. He's better than Mind Smash. He's definitely better than fucking the Weasel. Like Brendan Dorman is the real deal. Some of his stuff is like you have to pay for it. I don't do that, but like the free stuff, he puts out some awesome free videos that are really like technical and like very in depth and detailed. And there's always some good music in the background, and they're well edited, like well shot videos. He puts a lot of time and effort into it, and they're awesome. But yeah, he's legit. He's the fucking real deal. I think Rogan briefly shouted him out on one of the episodes. I think he had a video of it that was like, yeah, like Rogan's like, this is a huge win. Like, but yeah, he is the fucking real deal to me. Oh yeah, and I'm sure you guys saw my tweet that I put out, but Super Slow Mo. That's another really tight MMA channel. Super Slow Mo is tight. Just awesome slow mo highlights of fights. The Usman Burns one was sick. You could see how the fight or the punch that made Herb Dean stop the fight. There's an awesome angle of that. It shows it from like the opposite side, I think, that you could see it on. It's from a different angle. Like basically, if you were looking at the top of the octagon, if you had a bird's eye view of the octagon, and you saw where you watched it from, like where we saw it from, that angle, if you were to take it like counterclockwise, like a quarter turn, it's from that angle. So you get to see it like from that side, and you can see like the fucking right hand. Man, Usman's ground and pound too. God damn, dude, that is so vicious. But the right hand that ended the fight, like you can see like it's just boom, and like Gilbert's head just bounces off the back of the canvas, and that's like Herb just saw enough after that one, dude. But yeah, I think it's super slow mo. Where's my phone? Here it is. Yeah, I think it's called super slow mo. Wait, hold on. I have the tweet. Damn it. Almost there, almost there. I want to give this dude a proper shine. Okay, here we go. Yeah, super slow mo on YouTube. Capital S, super, capital S, slow, capital M mo. Super slow mo. It's a dope ass channel, man. He's got 13,000 subscribers, but yeah, the Usman video was tight. Yep. But check that out. Yeah, check out Brendan Dorman MMA if you like in-depth technical breakdowns. Yes, sir. That's the one. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, Nick. Yes, indeed. I like that. I like that. The Sense Lounge. The Sense Lounge. Well, you know what? Sometimes you just get what you wish for, man. If that's your wish, you know what, Scott? Your wish is my command. You like that? Did you get what you wanted? Is that what you want, Scott? So I'm glad that even if you do come back, I'm glad that you have to take the effort that I've taken to read your fucking trollish ass comments. And I don't hate Scott Brown, but like the effort that I took to read your trollish ass comments, let you now take effort to make another troll account. Yeah. Good look, Nick. Good shit, man. Yeah, that shit is tight, dude. That shit is tight. I love do when I'm real stuck. I like watching those like towards the end of the night, like before I go to sleep, I'll be real fucking high. Like take my nightcap, watch like a super slow-mo video. Shit's dope. Because he puts like some like kind of ambient music in the background. Not ambient, but what do they call it? Not diegetic sound. His diegetic sound is just the sound of what's going on in the whatever in the room. Fuck, what's it called? Anyways, there's like light music or whatever, but it goes with the how slow it is. And dude, the impact of those shots looks so fucking cool in slow motion. Yeah, Sense Lounge. Scott is a troll. I know Scott from Morning Combat. We're both in Morning Combat a lot, and he like he's just a troll. He's just a troll, man. Yeah, he's a very strange dude. He's a very weird dude, and he's like mostly harmless, but he's just been getting on my nerves, and yeah, just I don't know. Frig off. Yeah, he was the whiz. Yeah, yeah, I've kind of figured that out. We kind of figured that out. God, are you serious, dude? Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous. Well, over the 3 hour mark, boys, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate y'all hanging out, man. Chilling in the lounge. I'll be back at it tomorrow, man. I may do it earlier, but I'll probably if I do it earlier, it'll be early afternoon. If not, it'll be the normal time. But I'll let some people know if I decide to do an earlier stream. But more than likely, it'll just be at 4:20. More than likely, we'll see. But yeah, I'll let some people know if I change my mind. But shit, man, this was a good stream, man. I appreciate y'all. Everyone that came through the chat. I don't want to miss anybody, but Noah, Nick Alexander, Smiths, MMA betting, Bo Jackson, even Scott's fucking trolling ass ear, regardless. The general, of course, Alex Ramirez, Jackie Boy, Boston Nick came through here. Yeah, Bo Jackson. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. Nice little crew in the lounge, man. Getting a nice little crew in the lounge. I like that shit. Jimmy, appreciate you. Hey, Zeus, appreciate you, bro. Fucking Scott's such a goddamn troll. He's just relentless, man. But yeah, appreciate all you guys, man. If I miss anybody, I'm really sorry. But yeah, I'll be back at tomorrow. I will definitely put out a notification. I'll let some people know if I change my mind, but more than likely it'll be a 420 stream. But yeah, we'll do. I'll make my picks, and I'll open up the panel earlier than usual, and you guys can give me your picks. You guys can give me your plays. So yeah, if anyone wants to come in tomorrow, that'll be a good time to do it, man. If you're on some MMA shit, yeah, just let me know. But I'll be back at it. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, my schedule: Monday, UFC review preview. Tuesday, 2 Cents Entertainment Center. That's Nerd Day. Wednesday is Music Day. Thursday is the Mix at 6 with Lady 2Cents. And Friday is UFC picks and UFC hype day. So that's it, boys, for me for today, tonight, whatever. Hope to catch y'all on the flip side. This has been just my 2 cents, and I will see y'all then. Peace.